all, hello everybody. It looks like we're live. Welcome to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. I'm your host this evening, Jason of Mother Tucker's Antiques. I will explain to everybody what's going on in just a few moments. We'll let a few people come on in the room. Again, welcome everybody. Hopefully everyone is getting ready for the upcoming holiday, getting your Christmas in order, getting your house decorated, getting the gifts together. But you'll see as we get started here, there is somebody missing, and he will be joining us later, we hope, and I will explain to you guys what's going on in just a little bit. So this is our last sale of 2023. This will be the last Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. We will be off for about 2 weeks, including Fantastic Finds, which is on Thursdays with her name or Amy. Our first sale back will be on January 3rd. It will be January 3rd, and that'll be me and Amy for Fantastic Finds. So I'm seeing some folks jumping in. I know this is a little weird. It's just me all by myself. We had almost a nor'easter come through the northeast last night. We got a lot of rain, and we also got a lot of wind. So Bill has lost power. 5 different times they guaranteed him that he was going to get his power back, and we were hoping that he would have his power on before we went live. So he is at home without electricity, and if he gets electric during the sale, he will jump in, and then we will get him into the rotation. So again, Bill will be hopefully joining us in a little while, but I'm going to start the sale by myself. We did have a nor'easter come through the northeast last night, and he did lose power. So it's been a little nasty in the New Jersey area. It's been a little windy here in Pennsylvania. So Bill's without power. So with all that said, let's say hello to some of our friends, and then I'm going to explain to you how the sale is going to go. And then I'm just going to start selling some things. And if Bill is able to jump in, and if he has power, he'll jump in, and we'll just get him into rotation. So before we get into our hellos, the very lovely Karen G is going to be our official mod and bid ender. So thank you so much, Karen, for that. Hold on here. Let me see. I'm getting a message from Bill. Let me see if he's able to join us yet. I don't see anything. So the lovely Karen G is going to be our official mod and bid ender. So she is going to be the lag that you're going to want to learn. A couple little things before we get into it too far. Please make sure you guys are in all messages. That's really, really easy. Make sure you guys have it set in all messages. And then again, when I explain to you how the sale is going to work, we'll go over the playback speed. But if you guys are familiar with the new knowledge we have of the playback speed, please go ahead and do that so it gets you guys out of any kind of crazy lag. So again, this is going to be a first time for me. I've been doing these live sales for about 2 years, and this is the first sale that I've done by myself. So fingers crossed Bill gets a little bit of power and can get in here. If not, it's just going to be me, and we'll see how it goes. So first person in the chat is the very lovely Tumbleweed. It's good to see you, Tumbleweed. Hopefully you're doing well. There's our friend from the Northeast, the lovely Brian. How are you, Brian? So good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you weathered that crazy weather. How are you, Trina? So good to see you, Trina. Welcome and Merry Christmas. Hopefully, like I said a few moments ago, happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are getting, festive, getting everything ready to spend some time with the family, all that fun stuff. I can't believe next week at this time, it'll pretty much be over. So hello, Mary. Always good to see you. Hello, Helen of the New England Thrifter. How are you? It was my pleasure and so fun to meet you on Friday during the Catherine's Holiday Show and Tell. You're such a delight and so fun to talk to. So, gang, if you aren't subscribed to Helen's channel, please make sure you do so. She is the New England Thrifter. She has live sales throughout the week. She drops all kinds of content, and she's just a pleasure to watch. So please head over and give her a follow, gang. It's my man. It's the other half of the Gillette Corporation. It's the one, the only. Gavin of Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, another epic channel here on YouTube. If you guys are not following him, please do so. He has a fun channel. He plays music. He plays it on vinyl. He plays it on his turntable, and he can be your YouTube DJ. So I've heard he also takes requests, so I'm sure you guys could message him some requests. And him and Karen are so supportive of the whole entire community over here on YouTube. They also spotlight items that they purchase from us. So it kind of comes full circle. So please give my friend Gavin of Grady Group of Vintage Recordings a follow. Trust me, this time of the year with the Christmas music, you'll be happy you did. So speaking of the Gillettes, there's our official mod and bid ender tonight, the very lovely Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. Please, gang, familiarize yourself with the little Daisy avatar. Again, she'll be the one closing out all of the bids with a bid end. So again, Karen, thank you so much. Hello, Cheryl. So good to see you. Hello, Jamie. Hopefully you are well. Hi, Shannon. Good to see you. I'll say this a few more times tonight. Bill will be joining us hopefully in a little while. He is without power where he's at in New Jersey. They've been without electric since last night. We sort of had a hefty little windy and rainy storm come up the East Coast. So he hopefully will be joining us at some point in a little bit. How are you, Weirdness? So good to see you. Hopefully you're well. Hello, hello, hello. There's my mother in the chat. Hello, Mom. So good to see you. Hello, Karen. It's so good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. There's our friend Chris of My Broom Closet. So good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Terry. Hopefully you're doing good. Hello, everybody. And please make sure you guys are chatting it up amongst yourselves. Hello, Dawny Girl. So good to see you here in the chat tonight. Hi, Nikki. How are you? It's always a pleasure to see you guys. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everybody. Hello, Katie. It's so good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. It's good to see you here tonight. Hello. Hello, Brenda. How are you? Hi, 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 Brenda. There is our friend Glowy Girl. It's so good to see you, Glowy Girl. Hopefully you're doing well. There's the other half of Mother Tuckers. Tina, how are you? Good to see you. Elaine, how are you? Good evening. Hopefully everybody is doing well tonight. Keep on scrolling here. See who else is in here with us tonight. I'm seeing a couple duplicates. We'll just keep on scrolling. Merry Christmas, Pat. It's always so good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. You always put a smile on my face with your smile. Hopefully you're doing really well. Bill just notified me. It's looking like somewhere around 9:30 he might have electric. So if we're still on, he'll be joining us. If not, you're just stuck with me. So hello, Metal Girl. Good to see you. Hello, Artsy Fartsy. Ho, ho, ho. It is Santa Jason. Absolutely. I'm feeling sort of festive this evening. Hello, Dawn. Good to see you, Dawn. Hopefully you're doing well. Keep on scrolling down here. And we're going to round out with the one and only Peppermint Patty. So as some more come in, I will do my best to say hello to everybody. As I say often, if I miss you, it's never intentional. Our chat here moves a little bit differently than it does for you guys. So try to make sure we say hello to everybody that we can. So again, make sure you guys are in all messages. We now learned about something called the playback speed. If you guys tap on the screen, you're going to see there's a little gear up on the right-hand side. Please click on that and go to 2 times. I'll probably end up talking like a mouse, but it'll be your way to eliminate the lag. So if there's something you had your heart set on and you wanted to bid, do that again. Go up to that little, it's like a little gear up there. Just tap on it and click 2 times. And it will fast forward you and pretty much eliminate your lag. So you'll be in the most real time that you can be. So you can bid on the item. So I'm going to show you guys a couple things here. Let me pull this up. If you guys are familiar with the channel, you're familiar with the fact that we do offer something over here called Just In Case. So if you guys had your heart set on something, we use it to eliminate the lag. So there's always going to be some sort of a lag, and the lag is because everybody has different internet speed. So this is your way to kind of secure, kind of even things out. So if you really had your heart set on something, you can have a chance to get it if you have some slow internet. So what is Just In Case? Just In Case is the maximum amount that you're willing to bid on an item. I like to say it's kind of like eBay. If you see something on eBay, you can just go ahead and put the highest amount. It doesn't mean you're going to pay that. It just means that you're going to be bid up to that. So if you use the Just In Case here, you will be bid up $1 over the next highest Just In Case. And the Just In Case should be used during the countdown, and we do ask that you be an active bidder. So an example of the way the Just In Case works is if it was an active bid and the item was at $15 and you had your heart set on it, and you already had a bid in, let's say you bid to $15 and I started the countdown. I'll probably do 15 or 20-second countdowns tonight. Go ahead and throw in that Just In Case. And then if you throw in like a Just In Case of $21 on the item and somebody else throws in a Just In Case of $19, you will win the item for $20. We will not have to bid you all the way up to that $21. So if you guys are new to that, Just watch a couple rounds. It's very easy. I utilize it when I go to purchase things. I kind of like the just in case. But again, remember, if you guys throw in a just in case and somebody else puts in a just in case $1 or $2 below that, whatever that just in case is, that is going to be what you're committing to pay. So with all that said, remember, guys, a bid is a commitment to pay. So that is your promissory that you are going to pay for the item. Remember, the things that I sell are vintage. They've had a life. I'm going to do my best to describe anything that I deem, an issue with it. But again, remember, these things are vintage. They've had a life, and we only have a limited amount of time that we can show you and explain the items. And if there's anything that's very important, I will make sure to point that out. So if you purchase from me tonight, I'm going to need some information from you. So when I go back to me on the screen, my email is right there below me. But when you purchase tonight, I'm going to need you to email me at my email, your YouTube screen name. I'm going to need your real name. If it's different from your YouTube screen name, your full shipping address, and a PayPal email. So if you don't have PayPal, that's all right. I'm going to send you a invoice as a guest. We use PayPal. When I say we, anyone that's on the channel, we all use it because it's safe for you and it's safe for us. I have been told that you can use Venmo to pay your PayPal invoice. So in essence, you can use Venmo. It's just you're going to have to pay it through the PayPal invoice. I feel like I'm forgetting some things. I ship from Pennsylvania. I'm going to be doing, since this is my last sale of the year, I'm going to be doing all of my invoicing tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing all my shipping tomorrow, all my invoicing tomorrow, and then we're going to get the things shipped out on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, the way Priority worked for Christmas, we had to have had it. Pardon me, guys. That's the thing about being by yourself. There we go. I cleared my throat. If you guys wanted it for Christmas, for Priority, it would have had to been shipped today. So anything I sell tonight, probably you will not receive in time for Christmas. But if it's something that you want to still decorate with, I'm an avid Christmas collector. I still decorate with it clear into January, or you'll have it for next year. So some of my things are festive and holiday. Some things can be used well off into the next couple months into the new year. So with all that said, I think that's everything. I'm going to, again, my email is right here. Wait, it's right here below me. So if you win tonight, just go ahead and email me all that information. I think there's a few more folks that hopped into our chat. Thank you so much, Karen, for putting those things in there. Hello, Karen Lord. It's so good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. I see Debs is in the chat with us. We have a little buttermilk and cream here with us. So good to see you guys. And again, before I jump into the sale, I know you see me here by myself. My friend Bill, we both live in the Northeast. There were some storms that had come up the coast last night. We had floods, some low-lying flooding here in central Pennsylvania. Bill had a lot of wind. Jersey and a lot of the coastal states had a lot of wind, almost like a nor'easter. And yes, if anyone has a question, please put it in the chat. I'll cover that too. Thank you, Tina. But he has lost power. So it took 5 different times that they said they would have his power on. They still haven't gotten it turned on yet. But he has promised me that if he gets power while we're live, he's going to jump in, and then we'll just figure things out when it comes to the rounds and things. I have 15 rounds for you tonight. Tina is right. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. Put them in caps. Hopefully Tina can catch it and yell down to me if I miss it. Karen, I know, will definitely do something in the chat to catch my eye so that I make sure to answer it. So, guys, without further ado, I think we're going to get the sale started here. So, Deborah, it's good to see you. Hopefully you guys are well. And Karen, if you could for me, please, if somebody jumps in the chat and does wonder where Bill is, if you could just let them know that he hopefully will be joining us in a little bit. I just want to make sure if anyone pops in and out, they kind of know what's going on. So my first item is going to start at $18. So $18, and you're going to get both of these. And they're in really good shape. And I have a set of these in my own collection, and I love these. So for $18, you're going to get these cute little kitschy mice. Now, to find them in this good a condition is a little difficult because they are almost completely cold painted, okay? I forget who manufactured these. Maybe if Amy was here, I could ask her. But I can tell you that these are from the 1960s, and they are in very good condition. I do know that back in the day, they sold some of these separately, and I do know that they did sell them in trios. So you're going to get both of these for $18. Cold paint is in tremendous condition. The gray is cold painted, so is the red, and none of it is flaked off. So thank you so much, Metal Girl. And both of these measure roughly about 4 inches tall. So roughly about 4 inches tall. This little guy here, I always thought he was kind of playing his guitar. Let me turn my light down a little bit. We got a little gnarly of a glare. So I always like to pretend that he was playing a guitar. What he's actually playing, not too sure. It could be a mandolin. It could be a bunch of different things. But I used to always like to think mine was playing a guitar. He might have a little paint rub right there on his nose, but he's in really good condition. And there you can see the little cap with the ivy. There's the feet. And then let me show you what looks like the little girl mouse in the group. And she's playing a cute little harp. Look at those eyelashes for days. Again, these are fully cold paint on the face. They gave them some pink details. So if you guys love pink, and then you have the green on the feet, and they are completely cold painted, and they're in very good shape, and they are from the 1960s. So thank you guys so much. He does look very happy. He is very happy with himself. So again, you're going to get both of these. We're looking for 19 or more. Right now, Metal Girl has the high bid at 18. Again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight here for the last Marvelous Mother Tuckers Monday of 2023. And this is going to be a different one. So let's start a countdown. Metal Girl, you might want to throw in a just in case somebody else, wants to come in there at the end. So hello, Debbie Gutierrez. How are you, Debbie Gutierrez? I think I'm doing pretty good with Debbie's name. So we're counting it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, Enamor Amy. Hello, Collector at Heart. Hello, everybody. If you're just joining, Bill had a power outage. So if he gets electric while we're live, Bill will be joining me. If not, you're just stuck with me, and this is just going to be interesting here tonight. I will tell you guys it's going to be a little slower pace than you guys are used to, because normally while I'm writing things down, Bill or Amy or somebody else is selling. So there's the bid end. So it's going to you, Metal Girl. Thank you so much. Let me write you down real quick here. It'll get us a chance to be a little more intimate with each other, I think, because I get to talk to you guys a little bit more than I normally do. So Metal Girl, thank you so much. They are yours for $18. So let me set these to the side so they don't get broken. I think I have some really fun different things here tonight. So let me cue up my next thing. So hello, everybody. Hello, Mary Beth. So good to see you. Who else is hopping in here? I think we got everybody. And again, you guys just joining us. Bill might be joining us in a little bit, but he has a power outage because we had a heck of a bad storm come up the coast overnight. So, all right, $10 choice. Now let's see if I can get these up here on my board together and show them to you. I think that's the best way to do it. So it is going to be $10 choice. One of them, I think, has a little rub or a little nip. And it's funny Amy's here because I know how Amy loves her little kitschy mice. And I think we all love these little Joseph Original mice. So it's going to be $10 choice on the little Joseph Originals. They're all pretty much the same exact size. The little one with the book, you can see on the very top of the holly there, you can see a little discoloration. I think there's a light little chip there. But it didn't take off all the paint. So I think there's just a little nip. So $10 choice. The little mouse here on the middle holding the candle, he's shorter. He's about 2.5 inches. So the book guy is 3 inches, 2.5. And then we have Peppermint here, which I named her Peppermint. She has her candy cane, and she's about 3 inches tall. So we have little Peppermint. We have Short Stack in the middle, and then we have Willie holding his book. At least that's the names I gave them. So, Trina, thank you so much. I see you in at 10. We'll hold them up close so you can see up close. That's the little nip or rub that I was talking about right here on the top of the holly, okay? This one here, Mr. Willie, he does have his Joseph Original tag, and that's all I can say about him. He does have that little rub right there, as you can see. And then Short Stack here, Mr. Short Stack has his little candle. So cute. No real issues with him. He's very sleepy. He's very sleepy. He's ready for Santa to come. And he has his Joseph Original sticker as well. So the first two I showed you have the Joseph sticker. The third one, Does not. The third one does not. Little peppermint here. She's holding her little candy cane. There might be a little paintware right there. I'm not too sure if they missed that or that's just because she was eating it a little bit. So maybe that is a situation going on there, but I'm not too sure. And there's the underneath. But other than that, these are all in really, really good condition. If you guys know these little Joseph mice, they made a ton of them. They made a ton of them for all different holidays, doing all sorts of different things. And these three, I think, are pretty geared toward Christmas because they're all wearing hats or the peppermint. So Trina's in at 10. We're looking for 11 or more. And let's go ahead and do a countdown. Trina, you might want to use it just in case if you had your heart set on any of them. And okay, let's count them down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Chocolate chip cookies. Oh boy, do I love some chocolate chip cookies, Pat. Let me tell you guys. So Metal Girl, I saw you, Debbie. And at 11, Metal Girl is in at 13. So we're looking for 14 or more. Right there's the bid end from the lovely Karen G. Trina, you came in with another 13, but Metal Girl was the first one with 13. So let's go ahead and see which ones you wanted. Metal Girl, you get first choice. The one holding the book is going to be number 1. The guy with the candle is going to be number 2. And then Peppermint's going to be number 3. So Metal Girl, you get first choice. Trina, since you got a 13, you will have backup. You want the one with the candle. You got it, Metal Girl. Thank you so much. So let me write you down real quick. Again, we're going to do it a little different tonight just because it's me by myself. So Metal Girl, 1969, you got that one. Thank you so much. So Trina, you get choice. Let me know which ones are ones you wanted. The little one with the book is number 1. The one with the little candy cane is number 2. So Trina, you can take them both. And it's funny, these are both the same size. You would like the other 2, Trina. Congratulations. They are both yours. So guys, just give me a second to write that down. Got you, Trina. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And hopefully you guys are getting your halls all decorated and getting all the Christmas gifts bought. Tell you, I'm a little behind when it comes to Christmas. Me and Tina were talking a little earlier. We got a couple things we got to do. I don't know. Never seems to be enough time. So thank you guys so much. So let me dial up here what I want to offer next. Again, thank you guys all for hanging out with me. Okay, I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to bring one of my favorite things for the night. So it's going to be $24, and I know that might seem like a lot, but these are getting really hard to find. They become very collectible. So we'll do this, and then we'll try a piece of glass. So $24, I have this really kitschy 1950s, 1960s Christmas card list holder. If you guys are familiar with little recipe boxes, that's what these are. Now, there is some wear to this, but it is in overall good condition. And these have become very collectible, very collectible. So it is made by the Stylecraft company. So you can see there is some wear to the bottom, but that's normal because it's slid across the counter and stuff. There is just a little bit of pitting right here. And I think there was a little more right here. Yep. You can see there's a little issue right here, but honestly, for some of these that I've seen, this is minimal. This is minimal. So I love Santa Claus there. He has his little feather pen. He's writing himself like a letter to the little children. Very 1950s, 1960s, Holt Howardy kind of Santa. And again, here it is on the front. I think there's just a little issue here, but overall, very good condition. Does open up very, very easy with no major bends or creases. So $24 if anybody is interested on the Christmas card holder. Thank you, Peppermint Patty. I see you in at 24. Here is the other side. You can kind of see that the reindeer start here and then they continue here on the side. So, and then I remember Amy sold one that had the same exact little bird. I see all your bids. Thank you so much. But we have Teresa in at 25. And that was like a Valentine's Day one that she sold. So I think that's also repeats here on this style as well. So here's the front again, and then here's the other side. We have the two little, I guess they're doves carrying little letters off. I love like the little village. Yes, yep. And then here is the back. So again, there is a little bit of wear to it, but there's nothing major. There's nothing major, just few, surface scratches. But remember, there is that pitting right here, and then there's the pitting on the two spots here on the top. So right here, and then also I want to make sure you guys can see right there. But the color is really vibrant. Hello, Robin. Good to see you. The tin measures about 3.5 inches tall. I see a tree sitting at 27. Thank you guys so much. So it measures 3.5 inches tall and about 5.25 across. And if you guys have seen on Instagram, these are all the rage. Folks are collecting and making walls of them. They're using them as risers. They're fun to put like your shakers on the top. We put ours in the kitchen. So we have this one, and I think we have one other version. But I'll be honest with you, this is my favorite. I love the green. I love the grays that they use. I love the deer. I'm sure, Amy, this is probably your favorite kind of deer. My favorite kind of Santa, very Holt Howard. So just a fun piece, and it is versatile. So you guys, now remember, some of these lids, they do kind of make that noise. So it does make that noise to open, but it will open pretty easy for you. And, you can put your recipes in here. You don't have to just put, an address list. You could put that. I actually store my little bulbs for my ceramic Christmas trees in mine. So, all right, let's count it down. You guys, you've heard enough ideas from me. You're like, Jason, just count it down. So Teresa's in at 27. We're looking for 28 or more. We are doing just in case. So let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, those of you that are just joining, Bill hopefully will be joining us at some point. He's without power. He thinks he might be in by 9:30. I might be done by then. I don't know. But whatever, if he jumps in, he'll hop right on into the sale. So I see you, Robin, at 31. Peppermint Patty has a just in case of 50. Sherry had that just in case of 77 right before the bid end. So thank you guys so much. It looks like Sherry is coming to you for $51. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I love these. And guys, if I find more, I promise you I will bring them to an upcoming holiday sale. But that may not be till July. So let me get you written down, Sherry. Thank you so much. So that is coming to you for 51. 51 to the lovely Sherry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, please, if you can, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment. And if you are not subscribed to Good Old Mother Tucker's, please do so. All right, let me find my notes here. I want to offer up. Let's just go to it. Let's just go to it. We're going to switch over to glass. And I think that this is great for the holiday. It's even great heading into the Valentine's Day season. And this is going to start at just $40 if there's any interest. There is no damage at all to this. This is a gorgeous. You can see the carnival. You can see the iridescent to it. It's just a gorgeous piece. This is made by Indiana Glass. So this is made by Indiana Glass, and it is in their heirloom pattern, okay? Some folks call this the Hob Star. There's a couple other names for it, but that's what Indiana called it, and then they stretched it. I love the fact that they stretched it. So I see you, Nikki. I see you, Robin. Thank you so much. If we're counting fingers on this, this vase has it has 8 fingers. Not roughly, it has 8 fingers on it. There's no major issues. Sometimes this carnival effect can get scratched or worn or faded. You can see how glossy this is. Now, this one's a little unique. We have a little more amberina going on here at the bottom. So we do have a little more amberina going on at the bottom, which is more of the yellow, more of the cadmium, and we do have a glow. So if you guys are into the glowing glass, you can see that there's a ton of glow there at the bottom, more so than normal. Excuse me, guys. Got a little frog in my throat. Here is the underside. Again, you can see there's not major scratches. There's no major issues to it. I do love the, gosh, is that a hexagon? I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, so we got, I should have looked before we did. So it's 2, 4, 6. So it's an octagon, I think, because we got 8 sides. Nonetheless, it's a nice sturdy base. So if you guys want to use it to put things in, it's going to sit really good, and not wobble with that platform kind of base. There's the inside. You can see it's really, really clean. Here at the top, this is going to glow. There is going to be a glow there for you. And again, the glow is a little mild because of the carnivaling, the carnival effect to it. So the iridescence to it kind of tones down some of it a little bit. But if you had it in a bright, black light display, it's still going to shine for you. So it measures 10 inches tall. So it measures 10 inches tall. This is made by Indiana Glass, and it's a gorgeous vase. Again, we have 8 fingers. If you want to call these, are points at the top. There's no chips. There's no cracks. We'll show it to you up close. It's part of the heirloom, or at least it's the heirloom pattern. That's what Indiana calls it. Some of the other ones, or the early American pressed glass, would have called that sort of a hob star pattern to it. And then you can see how they pulled it. So you can see the pull on it, which is really impressive, which is really neat. And this would have been one of their higher end pieces, probably in the late 70s into the early 80s. So we're in with Nikki at 43. We're not going to belabor it. Let's go ahead and count this down. We're looking for 44 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hopefully, if some of you celebrate Hanukkah, hopefully you had a very pleasant Hanukkah. I can't believe next week at this time it's going to be Christmas. So thank you all for the bids. I see Nikki in before the bid end with a just in case of 53, but Robin had that just in case of 75. So Robin, congratulations. It's going to be yours for $53. All right, just let me get that written down. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for the bids. I am really excited for a few weeks off, but I'm also excited for next year because I know I've been talking to Miss Amy and Miss Bill, and we have some really fun sales lined up for you guys in the early part of next year. We're all hoarding and getting some of our best vintage for you guys. The hard part's going to be for us being Christmas lovers, switching out of Christmas into general merchandise again, but we'll do it. And again, me and Amy will be back on January 3rd for Fantastic Finds. It'll be our first one back. So let me see here. Should we go back to Christmas? Let's go back to Christmas. So it's going to be $20, and you're going to get the whole box. You're going to get the whole box. Now, I sold in a sale earlier this year a box just like this. I forgot that I got 2 of them when I got them. So I don't believe that these are, quote, all the original ones that came in here, but you're going to get 12 vintage ornaments nonetheless. So I don't think they're all made by the Fantasia company, okay? I think some of them are the original Fantasia, but I think some of them are just, I think the family just filled in where they had to. So first of all, for $20, here is your box. Your box is one of the best ones, I think, to decorate with. You have the fun Santa, and there is just a generic price tag on the front of this one. So, pardon me, there's no real store name. This one just says 56 cents. So, cellophane is loose, but cellophane is intact. So, the box is still displayable, and you're going to get a dozen ornaments. So, let me take the lid off here. I'll tilt it forward so you can see what you're going to get. You are going to get some fun ones in here. There are some indent ones, and they're all in very good vintage condition. So, just for $20, we'll show them to you as quickly as I can. And you guys can decide if you want them or not. So again, you're going to get 12 of them. Here's one of the ones that you're going to get. This one has a hand-painted Santa on. There we go. I wanted to show you guys. They did paint a Santa bag on him. So for $20, you're going to get 12 of them. I don't think they're all Fantasia ornaments. I believe this one is. So you can see it has the polka dots on it. Minimal wear to them. And these are the middle-sized ones. So this one is going to come in the box as well. If you guys love pink Christmas with some of that mica glitter. So that will be in there. And then we have this one here, another fun ornament. I know we're kind of close to Christmas, but again, I know that folks still decorate with some of these well after Christmas, and some folks might say, hey, I want these for next year's tree. So $20, you're going to get all 12, and here is the box if you're just tuning in. I do think that these are mixed ornaments. I don't think they're all made by the Fantasia company. So here's one of your indents. Oh, man. And this is a good one, too. Look how deep that indent is. That's a good old one. Some of these old ones are really, really good. So thank you so much, Tammy. I see you in at 20. So here's a little oddball one. This one actually, I think, is sort of very, very collectible. It's like a peach. It's like a piece of fruit. It's almost like a little peach or maybe a little apple. I don't know. But I know that I've sold some before in my shop, that these are little fruits, you know, little pieces of fruit. Now, there might be a little situation going on here at the top. At the top right there, maybe we got a little chip on that. But this is a good early one. That's a good old one that's going to come along in the box. And they all still hang pretty well. So here is another one of the ones with Santa. So you're going to get another one with Santa. And again, they have some of that vintage patina, but you have all these polka dots. So you're going to get a dozen of them. Here you'll get this one. Very retro, very 1950s kind of look and very atomic. You're also going to get this one, which is another form of a milder indent. That one doesn't go in too far. And that one's in a gold. So we're in at 20, looking for 21 or more. This is probably the most plain Jane one in the whole box. But this one is more like a copper sort of color, sort of a copper color. Thank you, Trina. Thank you, Robin. I see your bids. We're looking for 24. That one's just a unique color. Even though it's just a plain Jane, it's still a really unique color. Then this one, I love these that are clear on the inside, and that has just the right wear, where it has tons of paint left on it, but just the right amount of wear. And then we're getting into our last two. So here we have another indent. That's another deeper style indent. So that one's like a silver and a white. And that always looked like candy to me on the inside. Always looked like candy. And then last but not least, thank you, Trendolin. I see your 25. Last but not least, we have this one. Kind of looks like an acorn. Kind of looks like an acorn. And again, this is a mixed lot. I'm sure not all of these. Matter of fact, I think that last one I showed you may have been a shiny Brite. They're not all Fantasia ornaments, but I did get 2 boxes over the summer. We saved them out of an attic, and I forgot about the one, and I had sold one in an earlier sale. So let me get the lid on so we don't lose any. And let's do a countdown. And there is a dozen of them in here in the box. Some of them are Fantasia, and some of them are earlier, and some or 1 or 2 might be a shiny Brite. So counting it down, please use it just in case if you had your heart set on them. 26 or more. So we'll count down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm a sucker for a shiny Brite box, but these Fantasia boxes are probably, they're up there. They're probably some of my favorite boxes. Gosh, I'd buy a box just by itself just to save it because that Santa is so good. And again, Karen G., thank you so much for being our mod and bid ender all year long and even tonight. So Trendolin had a top bid of 25, but Robin came in with that just in case of 36. So for 26, it's going to go to you, Robin. So thank you so much. Let me sit these down over here so they don't get broken. And let me write you down real quick. Thank you, guys. And thank you all for the bids. Thank you all so much. So for 26, it's going to go to you, Robin. And again, if you guys are just popping in and you're wondering what the heck is going on, 2 things are going on. 2 years it took Jason to do his first sale by himself. Number 2, Bill lost power. So we did have a bad storm come up the coast, and Bill lost power. If he gets power, he'll be joining us. If not, we'll just keep going by ourselves. So let's see here. Where do we want to go now? You know what? We got about 161 of you here. I'm going to bring one of my favorite things for the evening because I want to do a little talking about this. So this is a twofer. This is a twofer, and this came from an estate that the people sold it to us this year. The family took what they wanted, then they left what they didn't want. So we acquired this. So this next item is going to start at $25, and it's a twofer. So if you're into Christmas or you're into antique frames, you're going to get a twofer. So let's start with the picture. First of all, let's start with this cool black and white picture. So if you guys love collecting vintage Christmas, you know that these black and white photos are very, very popular. In fact, Catherine had showed one of the pictures of the Christmas trees that she had. They were more earlier than this. But we have this fun family, this fun couple, this husband. I'm assuming they're husband and wife. They have their little dachshund, and it must be in front of their front door, and they have a Christmas tree hanging on their front door. So you can see that, like I said, it's a twofer. So you're going to get the picture, and I think the picture is a little newer than the frame. So the picture itself measures about 3 1/4 by about 5. 3 1/4 by 5. I haven't seen her, Laura. I don't know. I hope to send her an email. I think Deanna is doing okay, Northwest Sunshine. I think she is doing fine. I haven't seen her in one of our sales for the past one or two. So, but I do think she is doing all right. So again, for $25, you're going to get the twofer. So you're going to get the fun black and white photo of the couple. And I believe, looking at their attire, let me get in that. Maybe someone in the chat can let me know what they think. I'm thinking that's 1930s, late 1930s, right around the war, maybe right before the war, just with what she's wearing and what he's wearing. Don't know, because I don't know much about the family. So that's your first item you're going to get. The second item you're going to get, I believe that this picture frame is probably turn of the century, okay? And I'll explain to you guys why. Couple things, the wood, and you can smell it. The wood is cedar. Believe it or not, the wood is cedar. I believe that this is in the Art Nouveau era, because with Art Nouveau, it always is very, very earthy. It always has to do with a lot of, now I'm by myself, I lose my words. It also has to do with the fact that they have the hand-painted trees on it. I'll show you the back here. The back here, this easel that's on here is original to the piece. These easels like this were used at the turn of the century, and they were a very European influence. If you guys collect like vintage frames, okay, Karen, I agree too that the picture's from that. Thank you guys. The easel here, or the leg on it to hold it up, a lot of the different frames that would have come in and been imported to the U.S. from England use these style easels or kickstands or legs here to hold up picture frames. So that's original, and that's very old, like leather, okay, on the back here. And you can see those different tongues and things that they have pressed down there. So just from the back and the frame, and you can see that it is tongue and groove. And it's kind of arts and crafts style too. And it is cedar wood. So with all these things and all these trees in the forest is hand painted on it, I believe that the frame is probably turn of the century. And then I think that they needed a frame for it, or maybe the frame was sentimental to the family. So that's why they put their Christmas photo in it. So I believe that the frame is probably an antique, probably 100 years old or so. And the frame measures about 6 inches wide by about 8 inches tall. So it's about 6 by 8. It's in very good condition. It is cedar wood. And I do believe that that is all hand painted on there. Or should I say, whatever technique they used to make those trees, I believe that they're all hand done. So you can see it is tongue and groove. It is a very high quality frame. The only issue that I could find on the front was right there, right around here, right by my finger. And look at those trees, the way it's done. Very Art Nouveau, very turn of the century to the frame. And then, of course, we have that fun couple in black and white. Boy, they're just a happy couple. I wish I knew more about their story. Plus, they're holding that cute little dachshund. It's just a beautiful piece. And you can take it out and reframe it if you want. And again, I'm just dating it from my experience of selling frames that are turn of the century. That is reminiscent with this wire easel or the stand there in the back. So I got you, Glowy Girl, at 25. We're looking for 26 or more. I'll just wait a moment for the lag if anybody else is interested, but we're going to do a countdown. And Glowy Girl, you might want to throw in a just in case. This is, I think, a one-of-a-kind piece. So 26 or more, we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Sorry if there's a glare for that for you guys. So many lights are on in here. They're just a happy, happy couple. I love the fact that they have the Christmas tree on the door, the dachshund. So I see everybody. Thank you, Glowy Girl. I see a Sleepy Bee in at 26 right before that bid ends. So with Sleepy Bee's bid of 26, Glowy's just in case for 27, Glowy. Congratulations. It's coming to you. So let me write you down. That's a good, fun piece of vintage, and it's antique. So 27, it's coming to Glowy Girl. Thank you so much, Glowy. And again, I hope you guys are having a good holiday season. I hope you're getting everything done, getting the tree up, getting the groceries bought, getting everything ready for the big day. Again, I can't believe next week at this time it's all going to be over with. So, okay, my next round is going to be $20 choice, okay? These are all in very Pardon me. I walked away from you there for a second. Pardon me. So they're going to be $20 choice. They're all in very good new old stock condition because they've never been used. But they are still in their bag and they've kind of rubbed together. So we do have a little paint wear. Can't find anything that has major breaks on it. So we're going to have choice at $20. I have 4 bags of new old stock Mercury garland, okay? So I have 2 bags of the green, 2 bags of the traditional green. And I know you guys are saying, Jason, Christmas is next week. But with this green, and it's 8 feet. It's 8 feet of Mercury garland. Hello, Lucinda. Good to see you. It's 8 feet. This green is great to use in your St. Patrick's Day decor. So you have plenty of time to get it in time for that. And it is the Christmas bead chain. And these are made in Japan. So these are made in Japan and they're new old stock. Only issue is that they just rubbed together while they were in this package, and maybe we have some paint wear. I can't find any that are really broken, but we just have some paint wear. So I have 2 bags of the green in very good condition. Of course, they all have their cardboard tags because they're new old stock. And then you can see here what it says, that it is 8 feet long. So it is 8 feet long. So we have 2 bags of the green. Thank you, Karen. I see you in at 22. So those, and they're made in Japan. These are made in Japan. Now, these I don't want to call necessarily pink, but I don't want to call them red. These are the hot pink ones. So I think if you guys know your Mercury beads, you guys know. Sherry, thank you. I see you're 21, but we're in with Karen at 22. These kind of fall in between a pink and a red. But these I've always called hot pink. So in some lights, they look like a very, very pinky red. And then in some lights, they look very pink. So I have 2 bags of new old stock. They're 8 feet long of these, okay? The hot pink ones. So these do have some paint wear, so you do see some silver coming through, but it's just from all the years of being in the bag. And then each one still has its original top. So if you guys love to display new old stock, that's what these are fun for. Or take them out and put them on a tree, or I use them on the mantle. So again, like I said with the green is great for St. Patrick's Day coming up. These are great for Valentine's Day. I actually have the same color garland that I mix in with my St. Patrick's Day, my Valentine's Day thing. So my Valentine's Day thing. So you're going to choose between 1 pack. So I have 2 packs of the hot pink, and then I have 2 packs of the green. Okay, and they're all made in Japan. They're all in very good condition because they're basically new old stock, and they're 8 feet long. 8 feet long. There might be one broke, but I can't see it. So if it's in here, then I can't vouch. But as for broken glass in the bags, I don't see any, and they're in very, very good vintage condition. So we're looking for 26 or more. Thank you so much, Buttermilk. Hello, Dusty Moose. Good to see you, Dusty Moose. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend, getting ready for the upcoming Christmas weekend. And let's count them down. It's going to be on choice. You're going to pick 1 green, 2 green, 1 hot pink, or 2 hot pinks. Or you can pick all 4, or however you want to mix and match. But it's going to be by the piece. 28 or more, 29 or more, counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. This is your very traditional green. Also good for St. Patrick's Day. These are the hot pink. In some lights, they look very pink. Some lights, they look very red. But they're phenomenal for Valentine's Day and for Christmas. So thank you all for all the bids. I'll just highlight them as they came in. Right now, the top just in case is with Robin. Right before that bid end. Again, Karen, thank you so much, Karen. So it looks like, Robin, you had the highest just in case. So for $41, Robin, you just got to let me know. Do you want 1 or 2 of the, we'll call them pink, 1 or 2 of the pink, or do you want 1 or 2 of the green? And then we'll go backwards. And then whatever's left, Buttermilk, you were the first one in, so you'll get next choice. But Robin, you get first choice right now at $41. You can take 1 or 2, all 4, 1 of each. 2 of the green. You got it, Robin. Thank you so much. So let me write you down real quick. In the meantime, Buttermilk, let me know if you were interested in any of the hot pink ones. But Robin, the green ones are yours, and that was for $41 each. $41 each. Thank you so much. Thank you all for the bids. Thank you so much. this stuff isn't getting any easier to find. So Robin, I'm going to sit your 2 green ones over here so nothing happens. So buttermilk at your, just in case, which becomes a 40, let me know if you wanted 1 or 2 of the hot pink ones, pink or red, depending what light it's in. If you pass, it's going to go to Sherry. But right now, all right, buttermilk, they're both yours. Thank you so much, guys. And again, heading into upcoming sales, if I find more of these, I'll bring them because they're good for Valentine's Day, or we'll all have them as we start doing Christmas again. So butter, milk. Oh, I get so hungry. Every time I say your name, I always get hungry for some buttermilk and cream. So thank you guys so much. Good. So let's see where we're going to go now. Oh, wait a second. Holy moly. There he is. How are you, sir?
I'm cold.
Oh my God, your heat wasn't working. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, your trees are lit. Everything. Did you get the heat ready and going again for you and stuff at home, or?
I'll do that later. I had to make sure you're okay.
I think the jury's out. I don't know how good I was doing or not. So I was winging it. So
I'm sure you did great.
I feel more at ease though now that you're here. So with the folks here, do you want to tell them where you're shipping from and all that fun stuff, and then we'll have you do a couple back-to-back rounds?
Oh yeah, I think I'll do a few less rounds today. I'm so behind, but hi everyone. So I'm here for the last sale of the year. I made it.
Yes.
My nose is running a little bit, so you'll have to excuse me. So I ship from the cold northern mountains of New Jersey, the cold and windy mountains.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so if I do sell anything tonight, and that's not a big deal, just happy to be here. I will be invoicing probably tonight and tomorrow. Honestly, probably tonight.
Okay. All right. Because then you're heading where? You're heading abroad for a couple weeks, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going overseas to visit my family who live in the Czech Republic. So yeah, I want to get everything out and yeah, wish everyone happy.
Okay. Well, do you have an item ready? We'll have you go next.
Why don't you do another one, Jason? Because I'm not even set up.
All right. Okay. Because I think I saw you just pop in and got you in right away. So let me find something else here real quick. Boop, boop, boop. All right. I'm going to do an easy one. This one's an easy one. I got a Fenton bell. And I know some folks are like, oh, it's a bell. But I got to tell you, this is a really cute bell. So it's from 1984. It is hand signed. And they actually did a series of these. Let me actually make myself big. There we go. So it is a Fenton hand-painted bell from 1984. They actually did a whole series of these. So they did little boys, little girls, and they're all looking up the chimney for Santa Claus. So we have this cute little blonde girl here looking up the chimney for Santa Claus. She has her cute little, I think it's a little fluffy dog hanging out there next to her. So it has the older Fenton sticker on it here on the inside. Let's get this clapper off to the side, over here to the side. And you can see that it is hand-painted and it is signed 1984. Okay. And again, this was a series. I didn't even see if this glows. Okay. We don't have a glow. It does glow sort of purple. So if you guys love this, I think this would be great. If you guys had a little niece, if you guys had a little granddaughter, or even your own daughter, I think it would just be so cute. Or at Christmas time, don't we all just love decorating with the little youngsters? I mean, it takes us back to our youth. You know, we probably had a sister or somebody like that, or someone that we knew, like a little cousin. And that's what she looked like. She wore her little pajamas. She was looking up for Santa Claus. She hung her stockings with care. So right there, you can see she has a green, and she has a green and red stocking. And then they did such a good job. And my light is actually washing it out. The color is a lot more vibrant. They even, and it's kind of unique, they even have the little holly over here to the side. So I know that's a little fuzzy. There we go. It focused. But then she left out the cookies and milk for Santa Claus. So it's just an overall really, really fun piece. Thank you so much, Karen. Plus, it has its original clapper or clanger or whatever you want to call it. There's no chips. There's no cracks. It is in a custard. It's in a custard milk glass. So it's kind of a custard milk glass, and it measures about 6 inches tall. And if you guys Want to, you can collect more pieces of this. As I was doing some research, I saw plates. I think I saw a vase. So usually when they made a bell and a plate and they made all sorts of other things, I'm pretty sure I saw a vase. And I think I saw some sort of a candle holder that they painted with the same scene on it. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on this. No chips, no cracks, in very good condition. It is dated 1984 on the inside. See if we can show you that. It's over here, 1984, hand-painted Fenton. So 15 or more. Karen's in right now at the lead. We are doing just in case. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you. Gang, if you guys aren't following our friend Sandy, it's Sandy Spiff 50 Vintage. Please give her a follow. She has a really fun channel. She does a lot of live sales like with Helen over at the New England Thrifter. Great community, great channels to follow. I see everybody's just in cases. Thank you so much right before the bid end. So Karen had a just in case of 20. Robin, you had a just in case of 52. So for 21, congratulations, Robin. It's coming your way. Thank you guys so much. All righty, Bill.
Yeah, so Julie, I always tell people if they haven't thought of ever going to the Czech Republic in Prague, that's really an awesome destination for people to go to. It's a beautiful place to visit. Thank you, everyone, for being patient with me as I getting back in. I don't even know where to start. What I'm going to say is there's no way I'm going to get through everything that I previewed tonight. So if there's something in the preview that anyone saw that you want me to bring, I'm not going to be able to do all 15 rounds tonight. I need to get the water running again and the heat and all the other stuff. But if you saw anything in the preview you want me to bring, feel free. If not, I'm just going to grab some things. And the first thing I grabbed is what I think is really cool. It is this tiny little snail. And when I first saw it, I thought it was a micro mosaic, but it's not. It's definitely enameled. Let me get something behind it.
Bill,
I'm off my game, Jason. I don't know. 10. I don't even have a sheet written up yet. $10.
Okay. All right, $10.
If anyone's interested. It is a really, really pretty enameled snail, and it's a trinket box or a little pill box or something.
Wow.
So the shell comes off the back, and it's super, super cute. I brought a couple snails tonight. I don't know why I was feeling the snails, and it's tiny. It is 2 inches tall and 2.5 inches long. I didn't have power today, so obviously I haven't measured anything. I didn't print out my list, but look at it close up. It's really focusing nicely now, and both the antenna are still there. I think it's super, super cool. On the inside, it's painted this beautiful turquoise color. There are no marks on the bottom though, so well, there is a mark. I don't know what it means. It's like a squiggly line. I don't know where this is from. It feels old to me, but again, I don't know. And on one side, it almost looks like there's a butterfly detail. On the other side,
I know what they call this, and I'm drawing a blank. They make a lot of
It's
Cloisonne. That's what it is. It's Cloisonne. Yes.
Cloisonne, yeah, it's enameled Cloisonne. Yeah.
It's a good piece. That is it's super cool. Good.
It's super cool. So thanks everyone for your interest. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, let me just put it next to my head because that's what I do. So that's the size, a little tiny little snail. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Oh, it focuses so nicely when I have the black behind it.
Yeah, that's a great color for the upcoming like January and February's for your decor.
Oh yeah, so my whole theme tonight was champagne. So I was thinking champagne colored things you might use for champagne, and then ice. So ice blue. So the whole thing was kind of around a New Year's theme. So thank you all for your bids. It looks like Shannon had a just in case of 24, but Robin had a just in case of 27. So Robin, this little dude is yours for $25. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Karen G, for being our mod bid ender. And gang, if you are not subscribed to Bill's channel, please do so. I hear on good authority he might be doing some videos when he's abroad. I heard maybe he might be doing some videos when he's abroad. So I don't know. At least At least Sherry told me that he should be doing some videos abroad. So I don't know. So make sure you're subscribed to Bill's channel in case he drops something like that. It's going to be worth seeing. So $20, and it's going to be choice because I have 2 of them. I only previewed one, but I have 2 of them, and they are made by Moser or Moser glass, however you want to say it, okay? See if we can show you here. There is an M on the base. It's going to be very hard to see because it is frosted. There we go. It's going to be, you can just kind of see the M on it, okay? I found fairy lights that are snow people. Okay, so it is in frosted glass, very, very good condition. You can kind of see it is going to be a little muted, but there are great kitschy details. So $20 choice. The only thing I can say is that there might be some roughness here in the top of the chimney where they sanded it, but there's no major chips because usually with the satin glass, you guys can see it. Thank you so much, Tammy. I see you in at 25. And there might be one little chippity doodah here from them sitting it into the stand, okay, but nothing major to distract from it. So I have 2 of them and they are identical. So there's that one, and then here is this one. So you'll be able to choose from 2 of them, and I will show you with some more great detail. I just want to make sure, yeah, if there's any issue, there might be a little chip on the rim where it sits down, but you don't see it when it's on display. So let's get in here as close as we can. It has great kitschy details on it. It is very dense glass. It is very, very dense glass. So it's going to be hard. There we go. Now you guys can see. Look at how cute he is. Bill, have you ever seen one of these before?
No, in fact, I really, really like it.
I had to do some research to find this one, and it's a big one. They're 8 inches tall. So they're 8 inches tall, and the Moser or Moser glass made 2 variations. They made the frosted one, and then they made the frosted one, and some of them, they hand painted them. So they did hand paint the details. So here's your base. So it sits like that. And then you can see there's the little like lines in there. So it kind of holds it right here in the rim. And then you just pop him right in there. And he sits right in there. Now, I did have a candle in it. It does glow really, really well. You're going to want a powerful one because this is thick, dense. I mean, it's thick. Look how thick this glass is. See if you guys can see how thick the chimney is. And it's a good weight. Now, I did some research. I actually went onto the Moser website. They have, or should I say, there's someone that does a little identifying website for their glass. They didn't give me a date, but some of the people speculate that these are probably from the late 1980s, early 1990s. So I have 2 of them. So the only issue is there's a little bit of wax in this one that I couldn't get out. So it's a little bit of wax in there. And yes, they are. Oh my God, Lucinda, it would look good with blue fairy lights. So they're little snowmen or snow people, little fairy lights, 8 inches tall. Again, let's show you guys the great detail. You can see how it lights up. If you guys just set them on a light base, a color changing light base, you would get this vibrant color, no problem. If you use the little battery operated tea lights, I will tell you that it just lit his belly. So it just lit his belly. But you can see even with the light, you can make out all of the details. He has his cane. He has his buttons down the front. He's very typical Frosty the Snowman. So really, really fun. There are a few nips in the chimney here. I think that's from them sanding it. And there might be a few nips on the rim from folks sitting it down. So other than that, there's not much more I can say. It's just fun. And he looks like ice. And I brought all my snowmen because you can leave them out through Valentine's Day. So it's not just Christmas. So I have 2 for you to choose from. If you wanted 2 of them for your mantle, they both have their bases. Again, in very good condition. And they are made by Moser or Moser, however you want to pronounce it, glass. So we're in at 30 with Karen. We're looking for 31 or more. And top bidder can take 1 or 2. So counting them down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I also have to imagine if you were so inclined and you got yourself some glass paint, you guys could paint these up, you know, like hand painted. I think it would look phenomenal. I like them like this, but if you wanted more detail, you probably definitely could. So thank you all for the bids. I see everyone's just in cases. So we had our top ones before the bid end was Robin with a 52, but Sherry had a just in case of 55. So for 53, Sherry, you just have to let me know Did you want one or did you want two? And they're in the same exact condition. They just have maybe one or two little flea bites, and it's right here on the rim, so you don't even see it. I think it's from folks sitting it down. So, Sherry, you can take one or two, and it's at $53 each. And if you pass, then Robin, you'll have backup, and then we'll just work our way backwards. So we'll watch for the lag here. So, Sherry, you can take one or two. They are identical. I don't know. I want to offer them both in case, I'm very balanced, so I would need two. Need two for my mantle, or you can just take one. So
you don't need two for your mantle, Jason. You still have Easter on your mantle. We know.
Not anymore. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
I'll see a picture. I don't believe it.
I'll send you a picture later tonight. So, Robin, let me know if you wanted the other one. And if you wanted two, I understand. I thank you so much, Sherry. So I got you for one. So, Robin, let me know if you wanted the other one. I do understand if you're like me and you need balance and you wanted both. All right. We got homes for them. All righty, Bill, you're up. I'll send you a picture. I did. I actually did it on Sunday night. Proud of myself.
I'm proud of you, Jason. It only took you anyway.
Right. 8 months.
So yes, I'm going to visit my sister at the end of the week through New Year's. And I saw the request for the little angel, so I'll bring her next if anyone is interested. Jason, I'll start her at $15 again. I don't have the notes, so I don't even know, but she is a sweetie. She is 6 inches tall, and she's a Joseph's. She has her Joseph's sticker on the back, and she's in great condition. I keep looking at her. I don't see any damage. She is super, super sweet. She is bisque porcelain. She has got the sweetest little eyes on her. Let me just see if I can get a focus. And I believe there is also a boy that comes with this this sculpt. But she actually has an additional feature, which is, I think she's really cool. But in addition to being a beautiful figurine, she's also a nightlight.
Oh my God, I love it.
Super, super cute. Now, I will say that I do not believe the light kit that I got it with is the original light kit, but it functions. It's perfectly fine. But it doesn't look to be like the original light kit. There's not a toggle switch on it, so that might be something you want to think about, getting a toggle. We may be going to Budapest, actually. My niece plays softball there, and she wants to show me where she pitched the winning game against Poland last year.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, we're going to travel around. But yeah, she is super, super sweet. I was really happy to find her. And in fact, I had 2 bisque porcelain nightlights tonight. I have another one if anyone's interested. And again, if you saw anything in my preview that you want me to bring, I'm definitely not going to get through everything. Just take a look at it and let me know. And by the way, I typically don't do this, but I'm only 10 followers away from 3,500 over on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I kind of wanted to reach it by the end of the year. But I imagine most of you are following me. So that's all good. All right. So I'm going to start a countdown on this little lady. Again, she is 6 inches tall. She is a nice size, and she is a nightlight. And she does have the little groove in the back for the cord to thread through. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
And Bill, you saw Dawn, right? She wants to see the mice, the grapes, and the fairyland.
You got it. All those things. Got them.
And Bill, you can do 2 back-to-back if you want to.
Okay, I think I'm ready to do a second one.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you all for your bids. So Karen, I see you're just in case of 40. Robin had a just in case of 52. So Robin, this is yours. She is yours for $41. Thank you all for your bids.
And while Bill writes that down, gang, Karen also dropped in his email. We made it really easy. If you are not following Bill over on Instagram, the link is in the description below. So all you have to do is go down below, click that. It'll take you right over to Instagram, and then you can give Bill a follow. So let's get him up to 3,500 followers over there. Please follow him here on YouTube. Again, the link is right down there in the description. Even if you're watching this in a replay, those links are all there. And if you think of it, please give me a follow over on Instagram as well, and also here on YouTube. All right, Bill.
So the piece that that inspired my entire color scheme tonight of kind of champagne colors and ice blue are these Lucite grapes. It is a magnificent set. It's actually the last set that I own. And, I think some of these colors, they're varying shades of champagne, I think. So if anyone's interested, I'm going to start it at $45. It's the largest set that I had in my collection. And it is pretty spectacular. It is an amazing condition. I think there is one grape with a fissure in it. That just means there's a line that goes across it on the inside. And that's pretty typical for the Lucite grapes. There is some greenery hiding. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate it. There is some greenery hiding in there, and it's on this really beautiful piece of bark. Or driftwood. I actually didn't get a chance to count how many grapes there are. Again, it's the biggest one I've had. It's at least 25.
That's a huge cluster, Bill, and they look very clean. They don't look like they're all scuffed up like some of those lighter, more transparent ones get.
Right.
Really
right.
good condition.
And
oh God, a good glow too with the color they are.
Really cool. That milky green glow. It's really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. It is a heavy piece though, so keep that in mind if you are thinking about it, because champagne, I agree. It's like the one thing I will drink with, these days now that I'm not drinking because of my medication, but that is one thing I'll have a little bit of sip of.
They're counting 18 on the one side. Lisa counted 18 on the one side. Yeah, that's a good cluster.
It's a big cluster. It's also one that I think you could easily, if you wanted to, I see a lot of people drilling holes in the driftwood at the top where you could actually hang it.
Right. And that would be
go ahead.
You say that'd be a fun one to light up. If you got some of those battery operated little LED lights, you could wind them through that.
Oh yeah. Even if they weren't black lights, that'd be pretty.
Yeah.
That would be
and
really
light
pretty.
that up for like a wine night. Oh, that'd be so fun. Light that up and have that as your centerpiece next to your charcuterie board with your cheese and your wine and being all bougie. Bill.
And you're fancy.
Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I like these too because I try not to pick up the ones that are scuffed because you don't come back from that. That's just you can't fix that once it's like that. All right, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If you're looking for a nice little centerpiece for New Year's Eve that reminds you of champagne, maybe this is for you. All right, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And it looks good on a surface.
They look like they sit well too. Sometimes they don't. Hello, Steele. I saw you hop in earlier. I didn't get a chance to say hello to you. How are you, Steele? Good to see you. And thank you, Colleen. Thank you so much.
All right, Karen, thank you so much for the bid. And Dawn, these are yours. Congratulations and thank you.
They are so fun. All right, guys, I have choice, and it's going to be choice at $15. I sold, I think it was the fish ashtrays. I got these at the same time. So I did research then, so I know that these are 1940s Shaunie, okay? So if you're looking for some fun, very mid-century, maybe 1940s, almost deco style. These could even be a little earlier than the 40s because they do have a really deco-y feel, but it's going to be choice, and it is Shaunie Pottery, okay? It's in this great white. It could be great in your Christmas decor. There is some crazing present there on the bottom. Very, very faint at the bottom, but it does show that it is older, okay? So we have this cute little deer just kind of nuzzling itself. You can see the legs. You can see the eye on it and the ears. Here is the base, and again, this is pottery, and it has a matte glaze on it, and they're in very, very good condition. They have great details, and they are just these cute little fawns, little deer, and they measure just about 4¼ inches tall. So 4¼ inches tall, and I have 2 of them for you to choose from. Again, if you're balanced like me, you need 2 of them. And these are great to put in your Christmas decor. They're great to put in your winter decor because they're going to look really, really good with some blues. They would even look good with Bill's Lucite grapes he just sold. You can mix these whites in with it. Super mid-century. And again, it is Shaunie Pottery. So it's Shaunie Pottery. Let me sit these down here. Let me put my black behind it. Again, they measure just about 4¼ inches tall. Very neat, mid-century, maybe even hinges on the deco. I'm not too sure on the exact era they're from, but I do know that they are pottery, and I know that they're Shaunie. So there's no chips, no cracks. Minimal crazing on them. Down here at the bottom, we have just a little bit of crazing present. Hopefully you guys, hold on, let me tilt it there. You can sort of see the veining on it. Again, no chips, no cracks, just this cute, very deco mid-century style deer. So and you can see the 2 legs. And I think it's kind of like some vegetation it has here in the back. So I guess it's kind of like maybe a little bit of a plant or something behind it. So here, and I have 2 of them for you to choose from. We'll just wait another moment for the lag, see if anybody's interested. It is a white matte. So it is a white matte finish or a satin finish, have you. And again, they're a nice size. And they measure just about 4¼ inches tall. So I'm not seeing any interest. That's okay. We can bring these back during the recap. I was just looking for $15 choice. And they are Shaunie Pottery, somewhere between the 1930s and the 1950s. All right, we're going to move it over, and we're going to keep it moving. You're up, Bill.
I feel like I'm getting a workout, just getting ready for everything. All right, up next, I have the cutest pair of ceramic mice. Jason, they're going to start at $15 for the pair. I can't break these guys up because they were meant to be together. And they're pretty big, too. They have these amazing, huge ears on them.
You're good.
Yeah. And they're made by a pottery company or a ceramics company that these are the first pieces I've ever owned from them. They are made by a company called Aldon Japan, Aldon.
Okay.
Aldon. Yeah, never heard of them. But when you stage them together, this is where the magic happens because they are telling a secret.
They're good.
It's super cute. It is really, really cute. And these are big. Let me just get a quick measurement. I want to say they're 6 inches. And they're in great condition. I feel like, yeah, they are 6 inches. I feel like when I was looking at them yesterday, I found a tiny flea bite on one of the ears, but that must have been something else I was looking at because there aren't any right now. So they're in amazing condition. No chips or cracks. There is crazing, but other than that, they're really great. I mean, just look at the coloring and how they airbrush this.
Bill, they almost look like Freeman McFarlane. They almost have.
So possibly, Jason, because
Right.
that's what keeps coming up in the searches.
Right.
Aldon might be a distributor from Japan.
Okay.
Because that's the only sticker I was able to find.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the ceramic company or the.
Yeah, because Freeman McFarlane, they were California potter, and I swear they have a set that they did of those that were just all like one color. They were all like gold or like a bronzy kind of color.
Yeah, they might be. They might be because that did keep coming up. But I like to see a sticker. So the sticker I know with Aldon. Yeah. But again, I think that could be a distributor and not the manufacturer. But anyway, they are super cute. I agree. Yes, Gavin, they are all ears. Isn't that great? All ears. And ears big enough to hear the secret, which I think is really cool.
They would be so good under your Christmas tree, like not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, or put them on your mantle or in front of your fireplace for Christmas. Oh, I love it.
I love how their necks are such that you could fashion something around them. You could give them little jingle bells, or you could, at Valentine's Day, you could put a little heart choker on them. It's just a really good size ceramic. As you can see next to my head, these are not tiny little mice.
No.
These are nearly the size of my head. So they're pretty big.
They're fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all your interest. And they might be McFarlane because that is what kept coming up, but I didn't want to say that they were for sure. All right. I'm going to start a countdown. So active bidders can put a just in case in if they're interested. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Even put little hats on them. Could you imagine putting like little party hats on them for New Year's Eve or little, little
masks?
Oh my gosh, for Halloween. Oh my God. Yeah. Santa hats.
And that's the thing, they're substantial in size, so they can handle a little extra on them.
Right.
Okay, thank you everyone for your bid. It looks like Kimmery Ann had a 36. Dawn had a 35, but Meadow Girl came in with a just in case of 45. So Meadow Girl, these are yours for 37. I was bidding against Meadow Girl on Whatnot last night, and I couldn't win a round.
Did you want to do another one, Bill, or did you just want to go back?
Jason, you go ahead.
Okay, all right. My next round, and I'm actually happy Bill's here because I couldn't think of my last sale of 2023 and not offer a planter. So I have in very good condition. Actually, I think this is new old stock, and he is going to start at $30 because he is on a little harder to find side. So again, I know we all love a good snowman. He is a large planter. You don't have to put him away at Christmas time because snowmen or snow people or snow ladies, you can keep them out clear till like March. So that's why I brought as many of the snowmen that I had. So he is made by Fine A quality ceramics in Japan. Again, a harder to find company. You don't find a lot of their ceramics, but he is so animated, so kitschy. And for just $30, he's a very large planter. And again, I don't think he was ever used. Really, really clean, made in Japan. Hat is cold paint. There's no paint missing. The scarf is cold paint. And if you love a good animated snowman, this guy's for you. So he measures 6 inches tall. He's a large one, 6 inches tall. He's about 4.5 inches wide at the widest point, and then he's coming in at about 6 inches deep. So again, you guys could put a bottle brush tree in there if you want to. You could put a real plant in there if you want to. I'm under contract to say that. Or you could just use it as a hostess gift. If you know somebody who loves snow people, they're going to love this fella. And again, look, he has like a little teeny tiny carrot nose. That is cold paint, and that is in orange. It is cold painted. His scarf is in green. No chips, no cracks, maybe just a slight little rub right here on it, maybe a slight little rub. But other than that, he's in super good condition. I love the fact that he has his broom with him. Look at the holly there in the hat. He's just a holly jolly little guy. So he does have his original sticker on the bottom. And if you guys know your made in Japan ceramics, a lot of times you don't find a lot of the Fine A quality. And they did a lot of Easter planters. You do find a lot of the bunnies from them, but this guy is just this cute little snowman. Look at those big eyes, like honest to Pete. He's probably one of my favorite little planters that I've found in a long time. So the green is a good traditional green. So if anybody's interested, $30, and it is because he has no damage, and some of these ceramics are getting a little harder to find, so we have to pay a little bit more to get them. So again, 6 inches tall. He's 6 inches tall. About 4.5 across. Cold paint's in super good condition. There's minimal to no crazing on him at all. And he is completely fired. He's completely, glazed all the way around. And then he does have some cold paint. And look at that from behind. You could definitely, like I said, put a bottle brush tree in there. He's just so cute. So Trina, thank you so much. I see you in at 30. We're looking for 31 or more. Again, I know it's a little stubby, squished in, but he does have a little carrot nose. That is in orange. These eyes. The black is fired over, but we have cold paint here. This black is cold paint on the nose, and then cold paint on the scarf. So we're going to go ahead and do a countdown. Trina, you might want to use it just in case somebody comes in there. And again, you have to be an active bidder to use the just in case. And we're looking for 31 or more on the little snowman planter. And he, again, is made by the company of Fine A quality. And trust me, I love me a good Fine. It is a quality. So focus in on him. Let's count it down. 31 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just looking for 31 or more. Thank you so much, Trina. I see you're 30. Karen G., thank you so much for being our modern bid ender. Such a cute fella. Cute. And there's the bid end. So Trina, congratulations. He's coming to you for $30. Congrats. All right, Bill.
So unfortunately, no Anna Lee tonight. I'm sorry for the Anna Lee lovers. didn't bring any tonight. And Meadow Girl, I didn't leave the Whatnot sale voluntarily last night, just for the record. That's when my power went out.
Got it.
So up next, someone requested to see the fairy lamp. So I do have a beautiful fairy lamp. Jason, it's going to start at $46 if anyone's interested. Now, this is an Indiana glass fairy lamp. I haven't brought an Indiana glass fairy lamp in a long, long time.
Hopefully Bill didn't lose his power again. We'll just wait a moment here and see if he clears up. I see you, Nikki, at 46. Bill froze, and sometimes when he freezes like that, that means his power goes out. So hopefully he didn't lose his power again. I know, Dawn. I know. We'll just wait a couple more moments and see what happens. If he doesn't fade out to black, I know, Brian. I wonder if he lost his power again. So if we lose him, Nikki, we will hold your bid at 46, and then he can pick back up. But again, we'll just wait another minute here and see what happens. And yeah, now Bill's gone. Okay. Guys, if you're just joining, Bill lives up in North Jersey. They've been having a power situation, and now he's completely gone. So we will go back and offer that up again if Bill comes back in. I know power or internet, it's one of the two, I'm sure. So again, if you're just joining, we did have some bad weather come up the coast last night. We had some low-lying flooding here in central Pennsylvania. Bill has had winds in that part of Jersey all day long. They just got his power back on. I wonder if he lost power again. So I'm going to go ahead and offer up an item. As soon as Bill gets back in, we will get him back up here. So he was on glass. And Nikki, I'm going to write down that you were in at 46 so we can pick back up when he comes in. So just bear with us, guys. We will get him back in if he still has power. So we'll offer up a piece of glass at $35. Okay. This is made by L.E. Smith. Okay. And this is one of their higher end pieces of glass in one of their last eras. You can see there's an S here in the middle. So that stands for Smith. Okay. I couldn't even find this pattern anywhere, okay? L.E. Smith, of course, we know them for Moon and Star. They also took molds that were early American pressed glass. They were notorious for that. Actually, Moon and Star was the same exact thing. So this is also known as Hobstar. There's a bunch of other different names for it. As some of the last runs, they would do some of these different colors. This is a gorgeous emerald green, which I brought because this is a gorgeous green to use at Christmas time. This is great to use throughout the winter, and it's also good for St. Patrick's Day. So $35, if anybody's interested, it is a scalloped bowl or console bowl. You can see the S in the middle. It's right here, and that S stands for Smith. Some of the last generations of L.E. Smith, they just started calling themselves Smith. And then when they would emboss it with the S, it was a shorter run, and it was more of a higher end. And you can see that because it's pressed glass, although this pattern was also done in cut, this is molded glass. So there is some mold lines in it that you'll see, like right here down at the base, there is a mold line in it. It almost has a slight iridescence to it. So again, this is a fun bowl. If you guys are looking for some green glass heading into the St. Patrick's Day or even at Christmas time, this is a super fun bowl. And you can see with all that great detail, and I always called it Hobstar, all the Hobstar on the side, it kind of gives it a glistening effect. So there's no chips up here to the saw teeth. And again, these saw teeth are not all that sharp because when it's pressed or if it's part of a pattern, okay, we'll get Bill back in here. We'll get you going in a second, Bill, again. Pick back up. Did you lose power again, or was it? Okay. So we're looking for $35 if anybody's interested. The bowl measures about 8.5 inches wide. So it's 8.5 inches wide. And again, this is a harder to find color, and this is a harder to find pattern. They didn't make a ton of this in some of the last runs with L.E. Smith. So again, this would make a great fruit bowl if you guys are into like keeping this color out all year round. It's a really, really fun color, and this is a harder to find color. This is right before Worcestershire started making more of the molds. So sometimes these colors were really, really limited in the amount of runs that they did. So you can see again, if I can get in here in the center, you can see that embossing. It is S on there, and that's for, there we go. Now you can see it for the Smith glass. Look at it through the reverse side.
I love
Great.
this color.
It almost looks like stained glass windows.
Yeah.
It almost looks like window panes. And again, it's very, very old style, because this would have been an old pattern glass pattern that Smith kind of revived and brought back with one of these unique colors to the era. So again, if you look up, thank you, Peppermint Patty, I see you're 35. If you do some research, Smith, right before they stopped making their glass, or L.E. Smith, they started calling themselves Smith. They were like rebranding themselves. And then they did some different color patterns that weren't normal. They did like a different cobalt that had some iridescence to it. They did this emerald green or hunter green, have you. It's kind of in between of both. And then, like I said, it was one of the last runs, and they called themselves Smith. So again, it is the Hobstar pattern. Hello, Mary. Good to see you. Hobstar pattern. It is a ruffled, or it is a scalloped, whatever you want to call it. There's different names. Some folks call it by different names. Console bowl, and it measures 8.5. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on this so we can pick back up on Bill's fairy lamp. We're looking for 36 or more, no chips, no cracks, and we are doing just in case to active bidders. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I thought the two looked really good together.
I think that green one would look great if you're someone who collects those composite carolers or the angels, the mid-century ones, because the design on it looks a lot like what's painted on those oftentimes.
You're right. You're right. It does. All right, Peppermint Patty, it's yours for 35. We'll get you back over here, Bill, and we'll pick back up. You had Nikki in at 46 before you dropped off. So let's get her highlighted.
Oh,
and there you are, sir.
So I have this beautiful fairy lamp. It is Indiana glass, as I said. It's the diamond point. This comes in a lot of colors, but this is, to me, because the blue satin is, the ice blue satin is like the special one. I always think of this as the special one. It really does look like ice blue, and it is in great, great condition. There's no damage to the diamond points at all the way around. There's no chips, no cracks. There is some light scratching on the bottom where people probably used a utensil to get the wax out, which no one should do. All you need to do is put some lukewarm water in there and the wax will come out nice and easy. And they always have these petal bases too. Really, really pretty. It is, let me get my camera, or I believe, yeah, it's 5.5 inches tall, typical Indiana glass fairy lamp, but super, super nice. The one thing, we say this a lot with Indiana glass, they were not the cleanest company in the world. There's a little piece here that's not cut off. It's actually extra glass. So it's like the anti-chip. It's not missing glass. It's a little bit of extra right here along the edge. But as you can see, I can run my finger over it and it's not a problem.
Well, I've never seen this blue one before.
Isn't it pretty?
I mean, did they do one? So this one is the satin. Did they do one in a high gloss or
no? This is the only satin that I know of in this finish, and they didn't do this color in the gloss.
Gotcha.
I was just going to see if I have a tea light. Let me put a tea light in here. Yeah, so in the area of New Jersey where I live in, where Steele actually lives, we have this, and in Pennsylvania too, we have this horrible disease, tree disease, the emerald ash borer, which is eating all of our ash trees from the inside out. So when we get high winds, a mountain of trees comes down at once. So it's a real big problem. So there is a tea light in there now. You can see the nice little flicker. I've got mega lights on right now because I've been light deprived for the last few hours. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, yeah, super, super pretty. It's the satin matte finish. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
So good. That's a great Christmas blue too. Mix some silvers and golds with that.
I should have had this lit up when the power was out. I didn't even think about it. I love how the diamond points look in a really dark room up on the ceiling. It's so pretty.
Now, Bill, if you had some kind of a generator, you still wouldn't have internet though, would you? You wouldn't have.
I live in a state forest, so generators are an issue.
Gotcha.
yeah, I have to go to court and get a variance, and we've talked about it. It's just it's an issue.
Right.
So thank you all for your bids. Robin, I see you're 47. Dawn, you're 48, but Robin came back in with a just in case of 61. So Robin, this is yours for $49. Thank you so much. Both parts are yours for $49.
Did you want to do another round, Bill? You can.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me just write this down.
No worries. And again, guys, thank you all for hanging out with us. This is the last Marvelous Mother Tuckers Monday of 2023. We all will be on hiatus, but we will be back for Fantastic Finds on January 3rd, which is the first Wednesday of the month. Me and Amy will be back. And then we'll be back with Misty, Amy, the whole gang, Bill, me, for the second Monday in January. So, all right, sir.
I'm just going to do $1 start for choice, Jason. I have 3 ornaments. They are all the same, but different colors. They are these are the angel spinners. So they have, there is a plastic angel with little metal wings on the inside. These are made in Western Germany. On top of the little spinner mechanism, very similar to those wooden houses where you actually put candles underneath and they spin. Now there is an area down here for, I guess, heat to come up and make them spin. I'm not sure how close to a flame I would put this, but they are super cute. So I have 2 of the blue ones with the white angel in the middle. So I have 2 of the blue ones, and then I have 1 red one with a pink angel in the middle.
Wow.
And again, they don't need a heck of a lot of motion to actually spin. They're just, in fact, when Jason and I were shopping a couple weekends ago, we went to a store and we saw some glass German spinners as well. They didn't have an area in the bottom for heat to rise. They just spin. They kind of, oh, look at that. When you do that, they just spin kind of naturally. Pretty cool.
These are fun.
Yeah, they're really, really good. So there are 2 blues and there is 1 red. And let me just give you a quick measurement. And this is for choice again. They are just under 3 inches tall. And each one of them does have a little plastic loop for hanging.
Hello, Sandra. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Good to see you all.
So Chris just walked in the door. He doesn't like being at home when there's no lights.
I wouldn't either. Tina goes, she loses her mind. She can't stand it if we lose power. Like she literally, you can see that she melts from the inside when it happens.
All right, thanks all for your bids. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. Again, we're looking right now for 17 or more for choice, and there are 2 blues and 1 red to choose from. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Yeah, and they are, as I said, they are marked Western, not West Germany. They're marked Western Germany on the bottom.
Gotcha.
So that gives us a sense of their age.
I've never seen these before, Bill, and I've seen a lot of spinners before for Christmas
these ones are
ornaments.
nice. I love that their wings are metal too, and I think that probably gives them the weight they need to actually keep spinning.
Yep.
All right, so there is the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. I haven't said hi to you tonight, Karen. Hi, Karen Gillette. So let's see. Sandra D had a 26. Sherry came in with a just in case of 30. So Sherry, you are first choice at 27. Would you like red, blue, or some combination? And then Sandra D is back up at 26. Dusty Moose at 25 and Trendolin at 20. Yeah, I don't mind losing power for a little while, but not for as long. It's almost been 24 hours. So Sherry's going to take the red. So I do have 2 blues if any of the backups were interested. Sandra D was next, and then Dusty Moose.
I think Jersey had some shore erosion too from that storm.
Oh, see, you pay attention to that part of New Jersey. I don't.
Why are you always hating on the coast, Bill? Oh my gosh, you got to put your feet in some sand.
Sandra D, your 31 came in right after the bid end. I'm sorry.
But you got next choice at 26.
She may have wanted the red one, though.
Right. So then Dusty Moose is up next. But Sandra, you got choice there at 26 if you wanted one of the blue ones.
Okay, so we know Trendlin wants the last two. Let's see if Sandra D's next. Sandra D will take a blue. So there's one blue left.
Okay,
And I think next Jason was who? Dusty
Moose. Yep.
And then Trendlin, you can have the other one if Dusty Moose doesn't want it, if you only wanted one.
I still need a minute to get myself queued up here. There we go.
Excellent. Thank you all for your bids.
All right. And up next, my next item is going to start at $40. Okay. And I think I found this just at the right time for the holidays. This is also a good print to keep up all year round. It's also a good print to have up at the Easter time. So I believe that this is an original frame, and I believe that this is an original print lithograph. So I think it's a lithograph print, and I believe the print is from somewhere in the 1930s into the very early 1940s. I believe it's more on the earlier part of the 1930s, and then I'll explain to you why. So before we get into what the print is, and again, I looked at it under a micro underneath with my loop, and you can see all the little dots. So I'm very confident that this is a colored lithograph. It's in its original frame that I believe is from the early 1930s. So it is on this older wood, okay? It has this chain to hang from, okay? And this could even be a homemade job. So I don't know, but I do believe it's in the style of the early, 1930s. It is in a metal frame. So, and it has older glass on it, and it has these hobnail, at least that's what I always called. So they're kind of the buttons that they would have used on to kind of like for furniture and things. So that kind of holds it all together. So you have all four of those. So now let me get into what this is. This is the original piece was made by an artist by the name of William Strutt. Okay, William Strutt made this, and he created this exact picture. It's a very religious picture that they believe that it depicts Jesus. And the name of the picture is called Peace. So you can find its piece, that it's called Peace, and the original was in a black and white. So the original was in a black and white and was made turn of the century. And it was a very popular print. It was a very popular print, and a lot of folks used to hang these in their home, and it was very popular clear up to probably into the 1940s. So it also is known as, in quotes, it's known, and a little child shall lead them. So basically what it is it's Peace. So it depicts a young Jesus. At least that's what William Strutt intended when he created it. You can see the peace stems from the palm leaf, and then all of the different animals depicted different beliefs or different strengths in humans that would then follow the Christ child into, beliefs, into the everlasting, into the promise, or into better times, or anything that you needed to derive from any of those theories. So again, I believe that this is a 1930s litho print from the original that William Strutt he painted in 1896. Okay, so they sold these prints. You can still get copies of it today, but this is an original copy from the 1930s in an original 1930s style frame. Okay, it could be a home job, but it's definitely that arts and craft, that very Nouveau kind of feel to it, especially with the original wood. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is. I do believe that it's a stained. I couldn't tell you. I knew that the other frame that I sold tonight was cedar because you could smell that it was cedar. I'm not sure what style wood this is, but it is a hardwood. So it could be like a stained walnut. I'm not too sure, but the picture itself is in very good condition with no damage. The color is in very good condition. The artist who created this, he was an English artist, and he was known for a lot of these animal and human depictions. So that was sort of his note as an artist. I'm trying to see if there was anything else. I do believe, again, that the frame is probably from the early 1930s, and it is also, this print is called Peace. So if you want to look it up, you look up the artist's name, and his name, again, is William Strutt. It's Strutt, and it's called Peace, but it's also more commonly known as And a Little Child Shall Lead Them. So, and you can see the palm in his hand. Again, this is great for the Easter season. It's great for all year round, but I really, really think that this time of the year, I kind of found this at the right time with Christmas right around the corner. It just has a really good feel. And you don't even have to read into it very religiously if you don't want to. It's just an overall, even a strength of a child, with these animals. And you can see how trusting the animals are of him. I just love it. I remember selling this once or twice in my shop throughout the years, but I only did a deep dive once I found one of my own. And again, it is an original color lithograph. The original one was in black and white and was much, much smaller. They then produced them and sold them. And again, it's in this gorgeous frame. This is all metal. So it is got a little bit of tarnish to it, but it is metal. And then we do have glass here on the front. And let me give you measurements. I'm doing all this talking and no measurements. It measures 13 by 10. So it's 13 by 10. And then here you can see you have a chain to hang from. And it's going to hang beautifully. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. I did enough talking about it. I just enjoyed this and learned a lot about it and wanted to share, with you guys. So Gavin is in at 40. We're looking for 41 or more. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We have a bear in the back.
I was just going to say that. That's my favorite. He's just poking his head up. He's like, I'm back here, guys, too, representing North America.
Got a bear, wolf, lamb. I believe that's a lion. And then we have a normal cow. And I think that's a steer in the back. So it kind of covers the gamut and kind of speaks to the time. So, Gavin, congratulations. You and Karen are getting it for $40. Congratulations. It's a really, really fun.
Oh, Jason, look at what Teresa just pasted into the live chat. There's Isaiah 11:6 has all of those animals.
Okay.
Except I don't see the bear, but I'm good with putting a bear in there.
And that's where they get the quote, and a little child shall lead them. Okay. Because that's where but then it's also just known as peace. But yes, thank you so much, Teresa. Exactly right. Exactly right.
That's really cool. I really like that. Well, I have an animal. I have some animals right now.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone saw these in my preview. They were kind of hidden. I couldn't get a good shot of them. I'm going to start these at $28 if anyone's interested. And if you love cats and you love mid-century looking cats, look at this cat.
They're good.
Do you have these in your collection?
We had them in our collection and sold them. Yes.
So I have these long boy mid-century cat salt and pepper shakers in fantastic condition. They still do have their corks. I did not have an opportunity to look up and see who made them. A lot of times these were Tilso, but other times there were other companies as well. So I don't know. But just look at these faces.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, if you love that mid-century cat face, these have it. They're so good. They are 10 inches long. That's why we call them long boys. It's going to be. Let me be a little challenge. I wanted to show you just how the arch was on the back too. They're just really cool. And if you notice, I don't know if they were meant to do this, but I imagine if you were risky and you had a dowel rod somewhere in your home, you could hang them on the wall. How cool would that look?
Yeah.
They're crawling down. They're crawling. They have this beautiful tail too. And there's no damage. I mean, I'm always finding, not always, but when I find sets of tall boys or long boys, usually one of them has a bit of damage and has been repaired, but these are in really, really great condition. I think they're super, super cool. And I haven't had a set of long boys in quite a while. The last set I had was the squirrels, and that was a long time ago. I think a fatling is a calf, isn't it?
I think it is. Yes. Yep. I think that was represented in that, wasn't it? I mean, I forget. Kathleen? I don't know.
The Google will tell us. Someone will Google.
I think that one was a steer. And then the other, and there's another name for your traditional milking cow. What? I'm drawing a blank for what that's called. It's not a heifer. It's there's another name for it, I think.
Look at the spots on this. I mean, it's so good.
And it's the eyes on that bill too.
Yeah,
it's just those muted eyes that are so mod. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, this is the pepper. Yeah, really cool kitties.
Yeah, they're good. They are smiling. You're right. You're right, Steele.
Again, if you haven't owned a set of these kind of salt and pepper shakers, they are impressive. Mm-hmm. They're impressive. Mm-hmm. I couldn't actually imagine. I couldn't imagine using these.
Do you think when they made those that the folks that created those actually thought people were going to use them? I don't
know.
I mean, I think they were just like, okay, we're now in post World War II. Like, let's just make everything crazy and different and out there. And they're not going to use it. They're just going to collect them.
And I love these because when they're on a tabletop, they're just as beautiful. You don't need to hang them. They're just really, really gorgeous to look at. I'm going to start a countdown so we can move it along because I got a late start. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time, and active bidders can use it just in case on these awesome shakers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hi, Patty. Hopefully you have power.
Yeah.
She's close to the shore.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm telling you, I know they were getting it bad down there.
Oh, any animal that's fatted for you know what. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you all for your bids. It looks like Wanda had a JIC of 41, Sherry had a 45, Donnie Girl came in with a just in case of 51, and Sherry, your just in case of 60 came in after the bid end. So is that how you see it, Jason?
Yep, that's how I see it. Yep.
So it's going to Donnie Girl for 46. Thank you so much. And I'm good to go again, Jason.
Okay. You just let me know how much, sir.
$15.
Okay.
I have another, as I said, I have another nightlight, and I love this one. I own this one. Jason and I saw this at a store we went to recently, and I just picked up another one. It is this Lefton Santa. He is also bisque, and I love him. I think a lot of you have heard that I was a Peace Corps volunteer. So they usually call this the V for Victory Santa, but I think he's just throwing us a peace sign. So.
Yes.
So he's near and dear to my heart because, he's thrown us a peace sign. But he is in great condition as well. He's super, super cute. Hi, Larry. Good to see you. Thank you, Trina. So nice. And like the angel we saw earlier today, Santa is also a nightlight or also just a great piece in your holiday display. Super, super cool. And I think one of the reasons they probably made this sculpt bisque is bisque looks much better. It looks better than glazed ceramic when you put a light in it.
Yeah. It lights up, it illuminates a lot better than when it's glazed.
I mean, even the palm of his hand has a glow to it. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's cool.
I love the mustache on this guy, and you really see it when you have the light in there. It just really is pronounced.
I love how they did the way his buttons are, because normally Santa's straight down. They did there's got to be a name for that, because it's almost like a drum major, like almost in the band with that.
The buttonholes are super long.
Gotcha.
So that's the buttonhole, yeah. So super long, probably because he needed it. Jason, we're like this guy. He needed some space to adjust.
Right, right.
After a big meal at the diner, he needed a little bit more space. So that's what the buttonholes do.
Well, and also, like I was saying, it's in 4 like that, where normally Santa's just down the middle. So I wonder if that's called something.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it's a different name for.
It's like almost a tuxedo has that sort of.
Yeah, he's a fancy. He's a fancy Santa.
Yeah, he is. And he has his Lefton sticker. You can see the light kit clips really nicely up into the center of this guy. And he's 6.25 inches tall.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. And again, I have one, but I love the little V for victory or the peace sign. So cute.
That's it. That's what I was looking for.
Right.
I knew it. I knew it. You're right, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Perfect.
Yeah. He is.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. Thank you all for your love of this guy. I think he's great. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, maybe he is the band leader.
That's what I was saying, Patty. You and I right here on the same page. He does. He looks like he's like the conductor. It's like he's the conductor of the band. So good. Did you just find him, Bill?
I did. Because you remember I said I wanted to get the other one.
Right.
And I don't need a pair.
Right.
I don't need a pair. Thank you for the bid end, Karen. So Shannon had a JIC of 46. Robin came in with a JIC of 52. So Robin, he is yours for $47. Thank you so much.
Hello, John. Good to see you. And thank you, Karen G, for being our official mod and bid ender tonight. As you guys are just joining us, this is our last Marvelous Mother Tuckers Monday of 2023. We're going to be on hiatus for 2 weeks throughout the holidays. And then we will be back, though, the following. So it'll be the second Monday in January for Mother Tuckers Monday. That'll be the quad with Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, Bill, Amy, and myself. But our official sale back will be January 3rd on Wednesday for Fantastic Finds. So please make sure, put it down in your calendar. Come hang out with us. And make sure you're following Bill over on Instagram. He's near a milestone, 3,500, you said?
I just need 4 more.
4 more away. And that link is right down below in the description, or maybe the very lovely Karen could drop it in for us. Please follow Bill here on YouTube. Please follow Good Old Mother Tuckers. And please give me a follow over on Instagram. I think I'm 100 away from 5,000, which seems like a lot these days. So $8 choice. And I have some jewel brights, and these are the only jewel brights that I was able to find recently to offer for sale. So $8 choice. And I think they're a little unique. So the first ones, I had never had these before. These are the little plastic head with lame angels. So you can see they have little lame bodies, and they have little plastic faces, and then they have little pipe cleaners for their halos. So this will be your first choice in the blue, and it's in overall good condition. No major scuffing, and each one of these measures about 3.5 inches tall. So if you guys love your jewel brights, this one is a unique one. I've never really even seen these before till right now. And you can see the little atomic star on them, and they're not all scuffed up or really damaged. So I see Karen in at 8. That was your first one. So I have that angel in blue. Then I have the angel in gold, encased in gold. So the little plastic housing is in gold. And again, you can see with the light how clean the plastic is. So even the little hangers in very good condition, maybe slight little tarnishing. I think that's a manufacturing defect there on the top, but really, really neat. So Sally's in at 9. We're looking for 10 or more. And then these are some of my favorite. And I haven't had these for a long time. And I love jewel brights when they mix the 50s into the 60s. So these are little snowflakes, and then they have the little Mercury beads on the inside. So this is a fun crossover as they were heading out of the 50s. And these were some of the first non-breakable ornaments to be offered. And they're little plastic snowflakes on the inside. And then in the middle, they have the little Mercury glass. So you can also see there's tinsel in there and a plastic little snowflake. So I have 2 of those for you to choose from. They're in identical condition. Tina is the first one in at 10. Then we have Tammy in at 12. And again, that'll be choice number 3 and choice number 4. And again, this is a color you don't always see in the jewel brights. This is a really good emerald hunter style green, really, really fun. So those were your 2. And then your other 2 choices are the angels. So you can either pick the gold one with the gold angel on the inside, or the blue one with the gold angel on the inside, or 1 or 2 of the green ones. So we got Karen in at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. Pardon me. Let's go ahead and count these down. Looking for 16 or more. And the way we'll do it is we will do blue, gold, or green times 1 or 2. Okay. I see your 13, Sally, but we're looking for 16 or more. We are going to count them down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you all for hanging out with us here tonight. Again, hopefully you all are getting ready for the big Christmas celebration coming up next week at this time. Can't believe it's going to be here already. Tina's got an 18. Karen has a just in case of 21. Tina had a just in case of 18 right before the bid end. So that means Karen, Sally, your 16 came in right after the bid end. So that means Karen gets first choice at 19. So Karen, let me know. The angels were easy. Let me know if you want the blue one or the gold one, blue or gold. And then you just need to let me know, did you want 1 or 2 of the green ones, or a variation? If you wanted one green and the blue, or the blue gold, You get first choice, Karen, at $19. You want the blue and gold angels? They are yours. Thank you so much. And then Tina, you're next in at 18. So let me know if you were interested. I have the 2 green ones, and they do have the Mercury glass in the center, and these are snowflakes. It might be hard to read with the way
they look great.
I love these. These colored, they're so good. So Tina, vintage. All right. Thank you guys so much. They're yours. All right, Bill.
Okay, so the next 2 rounds are kind of following in my champagne theme, but not necessarily the champagne color. So I'm going to start this next thing at 20. I didn't get a chance to research it, so this might be a good deal for somebody. I don't know. I have this gorgeous mid-century George Briard ice bucket. It is in fantastic condition for its age. It does have sort of this, I don't know, chrome or some sort of metal finish on this cube handle, which looks like an ice cube, which I think is really cool. The design looks like it's a bunch of ice cubes falling. It's some sort of gold finish on the metal. And as you can see, it's a little scuffed. I didn't clean it, but it has a little bit of life, but I think it's great. It does have the George Briard's signature on the bottom, and it also has it along the side here. And if you're in need of something that's just really nice and usable, it is super, super clean. Look at the inside of this. Maybe never used, I don't know. But I think it's really fantastic. If you're looking for something, to me, it just kind of screams like glitter falling down, on New Year's Eve kind of thing, but also would be great for Valentine's Day or Christmas, or if you have a red colored bar theme. I think it's super, super cool.
So good.
It is 8 inches tall. And let me just show you. The top is actually padded. It's like one of those vinyl seat cushions that you sit on.
It's like is it like a vine, almost like a vinyl or like a patent leather almost?
Yeah. It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's like a diner seat cushion.
Gotcha.
Maybe a little lighter in weight than that. And then it's the same material on the outside. It's just not padded, but the top is padded. The top is cushiony.
I like Patty's idea. That would make a fun lunch pail. Could you imagine using that as your lunchbox? And Bill, you showed the inside, and a lot of those, even if they're new old stock, they're cracked, and there's no cracks on the liner on that at all. It seems just from years of sitting around, they would just crack, and that one, there's no issues.
It was the first thing I checked, because even like our big coolers, when we put ice in them, like the newer ones, they crack because of the ice is really heavy.
Yep.
And this one's just in really good shape. Yeah. And if you like your signatures and your mid-century designers, when it comes to barware, you can't do any better than old George, right?
No.
Well, maybe I shouldn't call him old, but good George.
Stamp of quality. Stamp of quality.
Yeah. Really, really fun. So thank you all for your bids. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, now is the time. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And I love that cube on the top as the handle.
Yeah, because they could have put a round one, but George was like, nay. I need it to match the side, and it needs to look like a big piece of glitter coming down.
You want it to be extra, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's good. I love the color contrast too, the gold and the red.
Yeah, really nice. I mean, and again, I think very festive, very celebratory. Thank you for the bid end, Karen. So Karen Kennedy, with your just in case of 35, this is coming to you for $27. Thank you all for your bids. First ice bucket that I've brought to Alive.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever brought an ice bucket to Alive. I don't recall. So good. And guys, remember, if you're not following Bill, he is 4 away from 3,500 over on Instagram? Okay. All right.
Big milestone. Did you want me to go again?
Yep. Do it again, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to start this, and it's sort of like, obviously, I'm not expecting the same person to buy them, but I was coordinating in my theme. I have another gorgeous piece, $32, Jason, of Viking ruby glass. I got the glass out, and Talos wants to come up on the desk. This is the Viking ruby Georgian pattern, and it's their pitcher. And it is super cool because it's not a huge pitcher. It's just enough if you have drinks for a few friends coming over. It is 7 inches tall. And if you are like me and you like your stickers, this one does have a beautiful Viking sticker, as you can see right there. But if you don't like the stickers, you can display it from this side too. No chips or cracks, like a lot of the Viking glass, and just in really, really good condition. Nothing to really worry about. And the Georgian pattern is really nice because if you do want to start a collection of barware, there are lots of different sizes of drinking implements. What do you call them? Beverage glasses. Yeah, tumblers, Tom Collins, all those different things. Little, but all in this sort of honeycomb Georgian pattern. Super
surprisingly, cool. These pictures are very, very valuable and hard to find. They don't seem to have made or survived a lot of these pictures.
Yeah, I think that Viking didn't make as many as they made of other things, like their vases and their glimmer lamps, and the pictures and like the usable Viking. In fact, other than Georgian, are there any other patterns that were made for yesteryear? The bullseye. They were made for like daily use, but most Viking is art glass, not meant for use on a daily basis.
See, Bill, and I'm not the only one. The very lovely Jamie from Vintage Lolly, she also said it looks like a red Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, see? That's Jason's go-to with the Viking glass. Looks like a Jolly Rancher.
It does. That looks like a yummy, yummy piece of candy. So good and glossy.
And you are seeing my fingerprints all over it. I will clean it. I just didn't have a chance because we didn't have water until just a while ago.
Right.
But if there's no interest, we'll bring it back at the recap, if we do a recap, on this beautiful piece of ruby Viking glass.
And they're even fun to use as vases. So
or to water your plants with.
Oh, yes, you're right. All right. $15. And I tell you guys, I have never sold a piece of porcelain by this company. I didn't even know much about it. I did a little bit of research, but before we even get into who made it and what it is, I think she's a darling little winter or Christmas Victorian little girl figurine, okay? She's got her bustling dress. She's got her muff. She's in like a non-traditional, like almost like a pink yet purple kind of attire. So just $15. Now it's Austrian porcelain is what it is. And somebody put some of this felt on the bottom so that it didn't scratch anything. And you can just kind of see the maker's mark on the bottom, and it is signed. So I'm going to butcher this name. It does. You're right, Teresa. It sort of does remind me of the book and the story, Little Woman. So the company is Karamus Win, okay? And it's an Austrian company, and they made porcelain for decades. That's the research I found. And I believe that she is probably a porcelain figurine from the 60s or the 1970s, okay? It kind of reminds me of like Royal Dalton. It's the same kind of feel. So if that's what you guys sort of collect, it's kind of got a Royal Dalton kind of feel. But all that aside, they are very collectible. And this one is known as, she has a name, Vivian. She's known as Vivian. So each one of their figurines had a name, or they gave them a name. And I'm Vivian. So she is Vivian. And she's in very good condition with no chips or cracks, no major crazing. But if you guys are into like the Charles Dickens style Christmas, if you're into the Victorian Christmas, or even if you do this kind of decorating or love these kind of figurines, she would great. Hello, Heidi. It's so good to see you. She would be great to keep out not only at Christmas, but through your whole winter season. And she would fit in your Valentine's display too with the color. So that's why I brought her. And she's reading very true to color. She's very pink, purple, mauve kind of colors. And then they gave her a lot of these great shaded details to give her some depth. And she measures, she's 7 3/4 inches tall, okay? And about 4 inches wide. And if you love her and like her, you can go on to other platforms and find some of the other figurines in this series to match with her. And I also think she would be good if you guys, have a little caroling scene. I think she would look like a good caroler. Super cute, really great Victorian. It is Austrian porcelain, and there is your maker's mark. And again, I'm going to probably pronounce it wrong, even though I got online and had it pronounced for me, is Keramus. So the way you spell it, it's Keramos, and then it's a win, Wein. So again, I had never sold this company before, but it is Austrian porcelain, and it is in the style of like your Royal Daltons and things like that. So I see Debbie Gutierrez in at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. Let's go ahead and count her down. I see Robin in at 16, looking for 17 or more. And as I get ready to count it down, I believe this company made this porcelain for a few decades. I believe she's probably 60s into the 70s, just maybe 50s, 60s, 70s. It's all in that time stamp of that logo underneath. So 17 or more, we are doing just in case for active bidders. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Almost 8 inches tall, just about 4 inches at the widest part. No chips, no cracks, in very, very good condition. Thank you, Debbie. I see you're just in case of 25. I see Robin's just in case of 31, right before Karen G's bid end. So for 26, Robin, congratulations. It's coming to you. All right, Bill.
$18, Jason. And I have some really awesome garland. Again, in my gold and champagne kind of a theme. I didn't have a chance today I was going to unravel this to measure it, to see how long it is. So I didn't get a chance to do that. I can't tell you how long it is. What I can tell you is that it's 9 inches from the top to the bottom. And it appears that there are at least 10 strands on both sides. So that might give you an indication. It looks like whoever owned it took really good care of it, because they've wrapped it up on one of these electric Christmas light cardboards. And they are little kind of off-white, creamy, champagne-colored honeycomb balls with these tin reflectors that are silver and then gold detail in between them, sort of in the Holt Howard style. I don't know if these are Holt Howard. Holt Howard made things like this. I don't know if this one is, but the Holt Howard style of garland. Really, really pretty. And to me, I don't know if Ariana's here, these kind of things always give me a Withering Cottage kind of vibe. They look really great with the Holt Howard angels because they're always white and gold. So super, super pretty if anyone was looking for sort of a look for a tree or for a mantle. Overall, the honeycombs look like they're in really good condition. There are some that might need a little fluffing, others that look really, really good. But again, I have not unwound it from the board. So as for its entire condition, I can't be 100% certain of it, but it's gorgeous. I mean, I think it's really pretty.
And these honeycomb are like thick and dense, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're not just your like thinner, flimsy ones.
Yeah, they're thick and dense, and they're mica glittered. If you can see, there's mica glitter on the outside. The square gold glitter looks very reminiscent of the gold squares on the ice bucket. So I really went whole hog on this theme tonight.
You did. I remember when you called me and told me about the power. You're like, and Jason, I really had an epic theme going for tonight too. Like, you have a very New Year's Eve Studio 54 kind of feel to everything.
Kind of what I was, very not like Garden Guy Bill. So it was fun to experiment with it.
Kind of Xanadu-ish, if I should say.
Oh, you are right. It is kind of Xanadu-ish. I like that.
Is that a word, Xanadu-ish? I'm here for it.
We just made it. It's the quintessential Xanadu-ish vibe.
It is. It is.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and count it down. If anyone else is interested, it is lovely, however long it is. It is lovely, whatever condition it's in. But it looks like someone really took care of it. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Jason, promise me that in 2024 we can do a Xanadu themed sale.
Let's do it. We're going to do it. We're putting it on the books right now. It's going to happen next year. Yes.
Gavin, get the music ready.
Yes. I'm here for it. Yep. I just got goosebumps. I am so ready for that. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Yes.
Yeah, when Chris and I met and we, you have those conversations at your first dinner together, we asked each other what our favorite movies were, and we both agreed that was what it was.
I'm with you. I don't know about the one you fellas don't like.
I don't want to say that today.
It's our secret. I won't.
All right. So thank you for the bid end, Karen. So Patty Rose had a JIC of 27. Robin came in with a 41. So Robin, these are yours for $28. Thank you so much.
All right, Bill. What do you want to do next?
You go.
All I have is my recap. So you go ahead and do another one.
No, I'll do a recap too. I'm good.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to go ahead. So I'll get us both up here. So gang, we're going to go into a recap. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you anything that didn't sell earlier on in the sale. We're going to show you and tell you any issues with it. Then we're going to give you the word and the amount, and then we need you to put both in. And Karen Gillette will still be our official mod and bid ender. And if more than one person is interested, just to keep it fair, we're going to do a quick countdown, and the just in case still is in the play.
Jason, Patty has not seen Xanadu.
Oh no! You know what? If I get up to Jersey next time, we'll all do a little screening of Xanadu. We'll get together somewhere and watch Xanadu. Oh, Patty, you gotta see it. It is so good, yet I always say you gotta watch Xanadu at like 4 a.m. Although Bill's like, you can watch it anytime you want. I still say 4 a.m. So, all right. I had one round left. I had my probably 30s or 40s in their pottery made by Shaunie. So they're these fun, very deco style deer in this white matte finish. Hello, Angela. I missed you earlier to say hello to. So it's going to be choice. And these are $15. I have 2 of them. They're in very good condition. There's a little bit of crazing down here at the bottom. Very hard to see unless you look really, really close. And they measure about 4 1/4 inches tall. And these are made by Shaunie Pottery. Okay. And they're earlier Shaunie. No chips, no cracks. They're these gorgeous fawns or gorgeous deer. If you guys are into deer, and these would be great in your winter decor. They would be fun in your Christmas decor. So I have 2 of them if anybody's interested, and they are $15 each. If you were interested, you would put in deer 15 and they could be yours. I think these are just adorable. I think these are fun. I think they're going to offset your other pottery. You could put like a little bow on it if you wanted to. I don't know, a bow. That might be hard. There's not much of a neck on it. But these are just really, really good. So I got you, Nicole, for 1 deer. Thank you so much. So I have 1 more. And Patty, I got you for the other. Thank you both. You both got 1 each. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty, Bill.
And the only piece I had is one I just showed. So if anyone had needed some time to think about the Ruby Viking Georgian picture, it was $32 in great condition with the tag. So if anyone's interested, just let me know. If not, you can find it over on Vamp.
Hold on 1 second, Bill. I gotta get that written down.
Nicole and Patty Rose for 15.
Perfect. I got them both. All right, sir. We did it. Are you sure there isn't anything else that you want to show?
No, as long as nobody's didn't see anything in the preview they wanted me to bring. It looks like I brought everything people wanted to see. So we're good. We're good.
Okay. All right. Well, sir, we did it. It was a unique one to go out on. So it was a good time. So, Bill, I just want to say thank you so much for being my co-pilot through this whole entire year. A year and a half, well, a year and a few months of Mother Tucker's Monday. So, Bill, it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with you and sit next to you. Thank you so much, sir. Karen G, thank you for being our official mod and bid ender for almost every single one. I think every single one of our Monday sales and almost every single one of the Wednesday sales. Bill, where can they find you? What's going on? What do you have going on next? Are you all done? Do you have any Instagram sales? What's going on?
I'm going to head down to the basement right now, pack things up. I have to navigate through a couple little lakes of water that kind of came into the basement, but I'll do it. And then I'm going to try to get to the post office tomorrow, if possible, get people's packages out because I'm leaving at the end of the week to go see my family.
Gotcha.
How about you?
Guys, I just had a few things I wanted to touch on. I'll be doing all my packing, and you'll get invoices from me starting tomorrow, and then we will get them all to the post office. We'd like to get everything out to you and shipped by Wednesday or Thursday. So again, I didn't say earlier, but when we send out invoices, we ask that they be paid in 24 to 48 hours. Bill's going to be gone for a while, so he has to get his out in the next couple days. I need to get mine out, especially before the holiday rush. So please, please, when you get your invoices from us, if you could pay them, we'll get them out to you. Again, we will all be on hiatus. Bill, myself, Amy. We will not be back for the next Marvelous Mother Tuckers Monday until the second Monday in January, where we'll have the quad with Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, Bill, Amy, and myself. But our first sale back will be January 3rd, Fantastic Finds, me and Amy. We already have some, fantastic finds lined up, community shares. That will be fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Please make sure you're following my friend Garden Guy Bill on Instagram. He was probably 3 away now from hitting his 3,500. Please follow me over on Instagram because we're going to be posting stuff throughout the holidays. Please subscribe to Bill here on YouTube and myself. In closing, guys, I just want to thank all of you guys so much for being so supportive of all of us. We couldn't do this without you. This is a great community. A little call to action as you guys head into the holiday season. If somebody sees something that you got and they ask where it came from, please tell them about us over here on YouTube, whether it be the daytime sales, the nighttime sales. I'd really like to grow this platform a little more in 2024. I think it's a really fun platform. I think it's an easy to use platform. And I think that just when what we've grown this past year, we can probably double it next year. So please, please, please put out the word. Tell them how much fun we have over here. Also, please support small business in the next couple days heading into Christmas. Head on over to Vamp, like Bill had just mentioned. There's a lot of great small businesses over there. Misty and Michael have curated so many great resellers and so many great things over there. So please head on over there. Finish up some of your shopping over there maybe. And also, this is the time of the year of giving. So please, if you're not going to do any of the things I just asked of, if you could give to maybe Toys for Tots, that means a lot to us. Tina is a Marine, so that kind of hits home for the Toys for Tots. And also consider becoming an organ donor. It is the time of year to please give. It's very, very easy. Next time you renew your license, please do so. Just say yes. It's a very safe process. There's people in the community that are on the transplant list. I know that there's some in the community that could be on the transplant list. It kind of pays it forward. Not religious. Wherever you go when you leave here, at least you could help somebody who is suffering now. And there's tens of thousands of people that need organs, and every little thing from a heart to a lung to a liver to even cells can save another person's life. So with that said, everybody, please have a very safe holiday, Christmas, New Year's, and Bill, I'll see you in 2024, man. We'll do it again. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great holiday.
Take care. And Gillette's, thank you so much for everything you do, not only on my channel, but everybody else in the community. We couldn't do it without you. And follow Gavin at Grady Grupo Vintage Recording. So good night, everybody. Take care. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.